Stuff on here. Yes. We're going to say stuff where on the blue sky. So people know we're doing things. You can make fun of us. Well, mostly me.
Unconscionable.
Probably a good idea to make sure I can see the chat, because that's something sometimes people say hi. It's rude not to say hi back. I totally do that. I'm sorry. Oh, no. No, I don't want to watch that person right now. They're cool, but not right now. Nope. Okay, we're going to listen to ASMR right now. So that's just... No, I was kidding, phone. Please, no. The future.
Were you?
Screw this game. Let's just sit around for like 4 hours listening to ASMR stream through. It'll be fine.
Oh, yeah, that's exactly what I wanted to do.
I don't know y'all that well.
Not that kind of ASMR, Jesus. So, on the back of that, hello everyone, I'm AD Springer, also known as Corbinian. This is the Electric Metropolis video game tour, and today we're doing another episode of Star Trek Survey Expedition Delta, Adventures of the USS Bonaventure in the Dawnland Fringe. And we start this as a 3-threat game, I believe. I might have the right amount of threat. Let's make sure. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. That's the correct number. That is, in fact, the correct number. So, we're going to get right into it. In the middle of combat.
All right, then.
That hasn't happened yet. You're fine. So,
Are we flashing back?
Atrim, last we left off with you, you were in the station garrison with an explosive and wearing their outfit. You had beamed in some security officers to your assistance to try to battle your way out. You're informed that Starfleet personnel are beaming aboard the station, trying to seize control, so you probably don't want to be tied down here too long before things get out of hand. Especially if you get overrun where you are. It is currently your turn.
Do I still have my stress damage from last session?
Yes, you didn't heal. You haven't had a chance to heal yet.
All right. Okay. There are 5 hostiles here.
Yep.
I have secured the team. What's the status of the reactor? Do we know that?
The reactor is currently... You're getting reports over the comms that there's an issue over there, and they're sending Commander Bryn to deal with it.
Okay. Okay.
And you can see new alarms going off in the room, because there was like flashing klaxons showing that there was... which plainly are weapons are being shot, which is a standard of any space station. Letting people know, get out of common areas, find cover, that sort of thing. But meanwhile, you're having a firefight in a garrison. But there's now another alarm going off that's calling for evacuation of all hands, which is confusing your enemies. Which you know why. The reactor's been destabilized, so if it goes, it's taking the whole station either this round or next round.
Well, okay. In that case, what I would like to do is I would like to, as a gesture of goodwill, I'm going to stand up, toss my gun on the ground, and say, if the reactor blows, we all die. I hereby humbly request a truce until the reactor is stabilized. You can either live with us or you can die with us.
You can give me a roll of presence plus commander security. If you use command, difficulty's 4. If you use security, difficulty's 2.
All right, focus of empathy. I'm trying to appeal to the fact that we all want to live here.
Yep.
All right. Take a threat. Let's just the bad habit from last week that caused all of this. Let's just you know, the thing about bad habits is you don't have to stop doing them. You can just keep doing them eventually, and they'll pay out.
You did security. Diff will drop by 1 because you have a security team who's helping you with this roll. That generates 2 momentum. Your security guards kind of echo your words, like, there's no need for us all to die here. We have to go. Is it worth being exposed to vacuum or being disintegrated? And the other guys look around. The enforcers, these aren't like dyed in the wool, fight for honor, die for your country. These are people with jobs who are defending a station that looks like it's going to blow up. And you seem to have clued into that.
Slave patrol. Yeah. Okay.
So they all start getting ready to leave with you. And they start pointing out where the escape pods are that are nearest to where you are.
Okay.
And... Oops, no, I don't want to add a playlist. Stop helping. We'll use this one. I haven't used this in a while in this game. I haven't used this at all in this game. And from out the shadows, something appears. Right next to you, a creature about larger than you are practically decloaks right next to you. In the corner of your eye, you're able to turn to see it, and it swipes its hand out at your belt. You hear a loud beeping noise.
Do I recognize... Okay, this is like a humanoid figure?
It is some sort of beastly figure, like a smaller wolf, but just as fierce.
So a quadrupedal animal?
Yeah, with, dark fur and gray streaks.
Okay, is it trying to swipe at me with claws or mouth?
With its claws.
Okay, can I resist?
You can attempt to. You are defending. That's fair. So it's daring security.
Focus and composure?
No. Good try, though.
Okay,
What the? That doesn't help. Go away.
All right.
There you go.
1 threat, 2 momentum.
It spends 3 threats toward the value attack from an unexpected angle. It buys a full mit. Doesn't even use its personal threat. Ooh, you might walk away from... Well, my target's 3. I think I got you anyway. Yeah. 1, 2, 3. I got you. I just have to hit your number.
Okay.
The complication is that as it swipes, it swipes at your backpack and belt in one swoop, and you can hear the beeping of your explosives going off. Like it's about to, and actually, because of the complication, it doesn't go off immediately. So on your turn, you can try to do something. But you can tell it's compromised your explosives. And it was doing it on purpose. It could have hit you properly. It chose not to. It knew where the explosives were.
Okay, I mean, it's entirely possible that this thing is being puppeteered by something else, or it's entirely possible it has a sapient level of intelligence. Okay, do I know any way to... Is there a method of disarming the bomb that I am aware of from this state?
One difficulty would be Daring, security, difficulty 5.
Okay.
Complication 3. Because you'd be doing it, and the only reason this is possible at Div 5 is because you have a security team. Someone in your team has the tools to even try this. Like, you're trying to disarm it as it's blowing up.
Okay. Alternatively, how tall are the ceilings in this room? Is it possible that the ceilings are so tall I could throw this up in the air and let it air burst above us? Gonna guess no, but that's my only other alternative idea.
1 moment.
Okay.
That would be... You'd want to throw it somewhere where you know... Because the explosives are meant to be rather powerful, so you're going to do damage to something. You're just trying to make sure that something isn't all of you. So that will be... Insight, engineering... Difficulty 5. No extra complication. 5? Is it that high? Is this that advanced the station? We'll call this 3 because it's pretty advanced. I'll throw 2 more threat because you're not familiar, because this is a secure room, so it's not entirely clear what's a weak point and what's a strong point. Like, it's not meant for someone inside to know what a weak point is, but it's theoretically easier to puzzle that out. Because you're trying to find somewhere it's going to blow up, but it's going to like be as contained. You're not going to accidentally breach the hull and get yourselves killed to vacuum or sucked out into space. Either way.
Okay. My insight security's all... Insight securities...
Insight engineering for the second roll.
Yeah. Insight engineering. A focus in investigative techniques. I know how to scan and inform quickly.
Yeah.
Alright. Oh, by the way, I spent that 2 momentum, so we should be at nothing. Alright, so take a full myth threat.
Certainly.
Okay. Could I spend on the value you either summit the mountain or you die trying? Either I succeed at this task or I'm going to die, and I'd rather succeed at this task.
I'll take it because it is a high difficulty task. It is you are doing something rather challenging in the moment. Yeah.
Can I call back to when I used that last week?
I believe it was of similar relevance. Yes.
Awesome. So bloop. Gonna re-roll those 2. Bam. That's 4 successes.
You huck it up into the air, and you kind of you manage to nestle it so it, like, the sticky bit will kind of clamp on to a weird bit of geometry in the ceiling, and you dive for the ground. Your people run to the other enforcers to try to drop them to the ground to get away from the explosion. The beast looks like it's about to rear up and strike you anyway. The explosion goes off. It winces from the explosion. Spending 2 threat. And for a moment, everything goes really quiet. As most certainly there was a minor hull breach somewhere or something really critical was damaged, but you know where you threw it. This station, if it's at all of similar to current level or even Federation tech like 20, 50 years ago, emergency force fields are a thing. As long as it's not too big, the station should account for it. Especially with fully staffed, competent people, all that sort of stuff, maintained. So there is a moment of emptiness that you experience. And that's when you see a flash of light pierce through the hull, and betwixt yourself and the beast, as the beast is lunging at you as you're laying on the ground.
I'm very confused at this. I think it's entirely possible I'm suffering some kind of audio-visual damage on account of the recent explosion.
Captain Killick, you are aboard the USS Bonaventure. To update you into what's happened so far. It's been about a week. The fleet has reconvened more rimward to try to coordinate with the outpost and make it a secondary place for them to base, if not operations, at least have a somewhat friendly port to contact with and start fortifying it in case the Breen come back. But meanwhile, the Bonaventure is currently has been sent partially away from this. So if the Breen do come back, there's less diplomatic blowback on this, and the admirals have less reason to be mad. There is this whole bevy of Admiralty noise because they're wondering why the Commodore authorized the attack of an outpost, attack with the alien species they haven't met before. Why isn't diplomatic contact? Like this whole thing, and she's just like, you know what? That's my problem. I'm gonna put you away so you can't get in more trouble, and she'll come out the other end of this most likely. But there's no sense having a starship sit idle. You're missing as crewman, specifically your commander. So, and you know that
we're missing about a dozen.
Oh yeah, you're missing the Commander Atrum as well as the security staff that were with her. So your current mission has been because it was assured that her remains and body were not found in the wreckage of the station garrison. You have been tasked to seek her out and find out where she could have gone, and to either effect the rescue of Commander Atrum or recover her remains, if that's all that remains. Currently, the most likely suspects, the intelligence that the Commodore has currently suggests that the Breen may be operating out of this orange dwarf system. And they rather you didn't check there first. If she's there, they're gonna effect a lookout for her through the Haida or through some intelligence staff on the Willistook. So that leaves about 3 other major systems that are already noted on the chart. One is the M-class that where you first encountered the Riverfolk and such. With some quick communications, it's been established that they aren't there, and if they were, the Stonefolk there would know. So that leaves you with a Class L planet and a high-gravity M-class world. So it's a matter of trying to figure out, hopefully, if she's in system, if she's in the sector, then she's in one of those 2 star systems most likely. However, you're not sure which one, and you have yet to receive any sort of distress call or anything like that. Other downside is this area has not been fully, because you guys haven't had time to really range and do expeditions much, you haven't really verified if those planets are as fruitful as they could be, like if they were safe to go to. Oh, one other thing. Sorry. I almost skipped. There is a star system here in this subsector. That's where the sacred meeting was with Lyre. But again, with a quick tap around with the Stonefolk and such, she's not on that planet either, or in that system either.
That communication didn't loop in Lyre, did it?
It has not. No, it's been with Stonefolk or with Riverfolk.
Okay.
At this point, Loon has left the ship. She has been taken back. She would have been dropped off here. Like, she would have been picked up by somebody along the river and taken down, because there's no reason for her to stay on anymore. Like, her presence on the ship was confined to her helping you in the nebula, and now she has no real reason to be aboard anymore. So it's better for her safety. It's better for her to not be aboard.
Cap, I have a question. In the absence of our normal commander, I'd assume Bryn is the one taking on exo duties.
The captain would probably tap Ilithia in the absence of another commander, because either way it creates a conflict of interest. Either Bryn has to deal with a medical department that doesn't entirely feel under his authority, or Ilithia has to wear a dual hat of someone who's supposed to be in the command chain and someone who's supposed to be out of it. And in an extraordinary situation with two unsavourable options, the captain's going to choose the person who has the most experience.
So much experience. Most but not relevant, but you know.
Hey, it's Starfleet. You never know.
And I, regardless of the person with the title, in fact, is this a problem the captain needs to solve? Because he is the head of the command department, or at least he can become that. Neither Ilithia nor Bryn have experience as command department people, so
I assume it's a chain of command issue.
Yeah.
Right.
If you get dropped, there needs to be an automatic who's next. Like people can't be guessing who that is. They have to know who the first, and ideally you want to know who your first, second, third officer is. So in the event of a disaster, who's in command very quickly. There's no debate. That's who's first officer, that's who's second officer, that's who's third. And if it gets past third officer, you're probably talking ensigns at that point.
Okay. Then I will change that. In a strict who commands the ship next if the captain is incapacitated, then that's Bryn. But the captain isn't giving nor expects Bryn to actually take any of the responsibilities of XO. Just the, if I die, you're the person who takes command part.
It turns into, like, mechanically they would have a dual role of first officer and chief engineer. It's like, yeah, but you're only doing one or the other during the episode. You're either mostly the first officer or you're mostly the chief engineer.
Okay, sorry. That was something I wanted to I wanted to get settled because it was something that occurred to me after the end of last episode.
So unless Ilithia wants to be on the bridge, I'll put her back in mid-bay.
Be in medbay.
Okay.
Yeah, because I don't think Ilithia was that excited to do that. And since the captain's only interested in answering the base question of who gets the chair if he goes out, the captain knows Ilithia is not the best person for that, because that would make her normal job impossible. And she doesn't have a replacement because she's in a department of one.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah, Bryn is not the only engineer aboard the ship. One can assume that the people under him are, if not as experienced as him, at least competent at not making the ship explode. But there isn't another MD aboard the ship that can take her place if Ilithia has to put on the captain hat.
Yeah,
That
they're really
being
good, but they're not that good.
That being said, maybe there is another commander on board, Commander Hardass, who everybody has to begrudgingly accept. That would require someone to make Commander Hardass.
Well,
That's played by that guy from Total Recall.
You think the name is mean, but it's actually like
It's
alien name. It's,
Commander Hadars.
yeah.
Our writers are very subtle with that one.
RTEZ.
But yeah,
Taz.
as your crew member is lost in space, that's a different TV series, but lost in space, hopefully not in time, there is the question of what you're going to do. It's been a week so far since you've gotten to the information you have. The prisoners you once had are no longer with you. That's now the whole Breen problem, such as it is, you've been purposely plucked out of it and placed elsewhere, and you have a very good reason to be not doing it.
Not to derail too much further, but point of order that probably would have helped us last two episodes, but I forgot because I wasn't here in the first episode of the season. But I paid a long time ago for the Bonaventure to get the veteran crew, which you said could not be used till the end of the season. The end of the season is coming on, so can I?
Oh yeah.
Okay.
I thought you already did that for some reason. I don't know why.
It was on the sheet, but it said like only after the end of the season, and I wasn't here in the first episode, so it probably didn't occur to anybody to.
Right. Yeah.
So that's as far as where we go.
I'll save that for later.
I actually will manage that. I have a very good navigator, but I need that navigator to do something a little bit more important.
Get me my
need that
coffee.
Navigator to go to the cargo bay, get Liar on the phone, ask him why he didn't show up, and where my first officer is, because he didn't show up. So it's his fault.
Huh. Well, how's our junior lieutenant gonna feel about that one?
That guy has yet to kill everybody. He has failed at talking to Liar, but he hasn't killed anybody talking to Liar yet.
They haven't, but yeah.
Yeah, they haven't.
Yes. Okay.
There's a first for everything.
Like I said, like I keep saying, one day we'll gender the box correctly.
I'll throw an Insight Command.
I think I'm pretty good at it.
I just call people by rank because that's all that matters. I don't care what you are.
Wow,
You're your
that
rank.
Seems problematic,
I
actually.
didn't know you were Prussian.
Well, German, but you know, but the nice Germans, ones that give you free beer and hiking trips.
What, like Bavarians or something?
North of Bavarians, we're not complete drunkards.
Yeah, don't look too closely at the nice Germans as the Bavarians.
Yeah.
You're looking at Insight Command difficulty 4, Deca, because one presumes over the last week you've tried repeatedly. Because every so often you'd call out to people, go, "Hey, have you heard anything? Have you heard anything?" And then every day at least once going, "Hey, is Liar out there? Why aren't you telling me anything?" He's usually really easy to get, but for some reason you haven't been getting him.
Okay.
Like you can get Loon easily. Like you know who she is. She's one of those. She's that type of folk, and you can pick her up easily. She's like, "Huh? What?"
And I will give you a single threat.
A singular threat.
And just hope I get really lucky. I'm fine with not succeeding at this.
Wow. Does that count as mutiny if you're being bad at your job? Not trying hard enough? What's it called?
No,
Sandbagging?
I thought this roll was for me at first, and that's exactly. I wasn't even going to spend one.
Yeah,
I'm only.
I'm giving this a 1 because then at least it's like mathematically feasible I could get this, if improbable. Whereas doing it with only 2 dice would be nigh on impossible.
Mm-hmm.
I'd have to roll. I'd have like a 1 in like 25 something chance. Not great odds. Anyway, here we go. Oh, unfortunate.
Yeah, and you doing medicine wouldn't have changed that roll at all, so... is that threat or comp?
Take the threat.
Very good. Yeah, you've tried to reach out to him, and... when it comes to expanding your mind across the stars using the tools, you're starting to learn it's kind of like using a radio, in the sense that there's a certain band of thought that you're confined to, so it's easier to tune out everything else but whatever's in this psychic frequency. It's just that everyone you've ever encountered so far, who use the tools, which is mostly stone folk, but some river folk have them, you've since learned. But it's mostly stone folk who have them, and if stone folk are around, they usually know where everyone else is. And usually one of the star folk people, like Loon, are around. Or at least they know where they are. And usually if you're like, Loon, I want to talk to you, she just pops in and goes, what? Like, it's almost effortless. It's like the difference between calling on a subspace radio to a starship versus contacting a starbase. Starbases are immensely easy to contact. Like even a civilian can do it as long as they hit the right pre-programmed button there. Starbase 125. You're now calling Starbase 125 or whatever's closer. That sort of thing.
Whereas
you're getting nothing.
You have to like go through a switch. You have to go basically through the sci-fi equivalent of a switchboard.
Yeah, either switchboard or you're playing with at least 9 significant digits on a frequency scale with letter subclasses on the subspace scale. And and it's somewhere in that combination you might reach them if they're in range, if they're powered up, That said, but anyway, that's all other thing. That is all to say that if Liar can hear you, you don't know if he can or why he's ignoring you. But you're doing everything you're supposed to. Like, you can get Loon. Like, that's kind of your baseline check of, can I talk to Starfolk? Yes. Okay, well.
If I can talk to Starfolk, the fact I can't reach Liar is weird.
Yeah.
Captain, I've been able to reach out to Loon, and if I can reach out to Loon, I should also be able to make contact with Liar. The fact that I'm unable to is disconcerting.
All right. Can you pull the map up again?
Of course, Captain.
It works, I guess.
I'm the navigator!
Oh, it works. So I was like, what do you... Oh, yeah, I guess. Okay, whatever. All right. Do we expect to have a squashed commander or a blue commander?
You've never known Atrum to be the depressive type, so make it how you will.
Well, by blue I meant out of oxygen.
Yeah, I was a bit.
Those aren't allowed, actually.
Well, I suppose it depends on, on where we want... Huh? Yes?
Set course for the L-class planet. But don't take too long because I have a more important thing for you to do.
Yes, Captain.
Control. Polish
now
my
I'll
boots.
call Commander Olivia from bridge.
Resolving the plotting of course. Control con. Difficulty 3. Assisted by sensors plus con. Sensors? Yeah, sensors. You do sensors, yeah.
Sensors.
Keen Navigator trait.
Yup.
And then... Oh, here we go. It begins. Intuitive Navigator talent. I reduce the difficulty by 2 to a minimum of 0.
Okay.
Well, and then Keen Navigator trait should drop it to 0.
Stack Overflow. Sorry, I got it.
God, imagine if that's what happened when you reduced a difficulty below 0 with a trait. Stack Overflow. Power of Math. My first d20 is free, so I don't have to spend any momentum nor threat. Stellar Cartography Pocket.
Yep.
helm operation. Yeah, okay, yeah, cool. You said control con.
Control your con.
Just making sure I've got everything right. Cool. Time to generate just so much momentum.
Five momentum plus.
So that's 5 momentum. Then someone roll the sensor's con.
Or don't. I can assume it's a complication.
Where was that when I was trying to reach Liar?
God, you should have seen how the dice rolls were like on my Dreams Machines game. Nothing but crap the whole game. They can do very
well,
simple
that was
stuff.
us. That was us last week.
Yeah.
True.
Knock out this guard and steal his stuff. Fail. Plus one more.
Another hit.
Yeah, that's another hit. So on top of that, because of Intuitive Navigator, because the difficulty of that task was 0, I generate 2 bonus momentum. And because of Visit Every Star, I succeeded on a navigation-related task, I gain an additional bonus momentum. So that's 3 bonus momentum. I think I'd like to ask a question with one of them of, are there any hazards in our path that are contributing to that 2-day travel?
No.
Nope, no hazards. I know. I could spend the 2 momentum to create a trait that I've plotted a not advantageous, but a very safe course into the system.
Yeah, you do because you study what's not only do you study what's on the computer regarding the subspace telescope readings of the unknown world, but you also check some of your own, in comparison, much closer readings of the planet. And there's you're trying to make sure you jump in as close to the system as possible, but not so close you're in the way of getting into its Oort cloud or some sort of magnetic field, accounting for things you might not see. So you're going to give yourself like a light year or 5 of distance away from the system, just as a little butter zone to keep you from being caught in something weird.
Mm-hmm.
The system looks fine. Otherwise, though, it's probably not going to do anything.
Right.
But then again, it's Uncharted, so that's part of the problem.
And so because of our ship talent, that should be a not is it potency? 2?
Potency.
Yeah, that's what it's called. Potency. Potency 2 trait then.
Why is that? Oh, because it's anything on the ship. Yeah, you don't have to be in this cartography for it to fire. You're right.
Yeah.
You're right.
Plus I think it was also Yeah.
Yeah.
Yep.
Oops. Well, good night, everybody. No, I'm just kidding. I'm back. So yeah, you have your calculations deck.
Well, it's specifically cartography or the navigation console, but yes.
Oh, very good. You have your information, con officer, as the doctor saunters onto the bridge.
Captain, we're looking at a 2-day trip at high warp. Furthermore, I have plotted I have plotted the safest possible entry vector that we can manage.
Without accurate information as to the commander's whereabouts, let's not overstrain the ship. Cruise speed will be fine.
What would we be looking at cruise speed, GM? Would that be a momentum?
No, that's an easy calculation. That is anywhere between 11 and 5 days.
Depending.
Why such a large gap?
Because cruise speed, if you're going if you're maxing out and slowing down, it's 5 days. If you're going pure cruise speed, it takes 11 days.
Right.
Because some ships have done that to me before. Well, to maintain certain factors of warp, you need to manage the warp bubble a certain amount. Otherwise, it's not as efficient in travel in subspace mechanics.
Makes sense.
If we were to intersperse our cruise speed with small bursts of higher warp travel, we'd be looking at a 5-day trip. But if we're just going at our standard cruise speed the whole way, we won't reach the system for 11 days.
Cruise speed is good, Lieutenant. If that changes, I'll let you know.
Yes, Captain.
Commander.
Yes, sir.
I need you to pour over everything you learned from your sojourn and everything else we have gathered and learned about the various peoples here, and get me a location on Lyre. Could be anywhere that is in your records. I'm sure he has hotspots. I'm sure you found some clay tablet or actual data pad that says, these 3 systems have this weird thing, and if we interpret that correctly, we'll find out that that weird thing seems to be Lyre.
I'll see what I can do. Can't make any promises.
All right, take Lieutenant Deca. He's pretty good at finding planets.
They.
Oh, Lieutenant Fushi, you too.
Deca?
Yes?
Do you mind? I'll reach out to pick up Deca.
Yeah, of course.
Alright. Seems like we have some work to do.
And new scene. As we see elsewhere amidst the stars. Commander Atrim, you awake.
That's good.
You're in the shade of a tree. The grass is damp. As you notice, there's rather muddy, marshy ground at your boots. The air is chilled. The wind is blowing you. And actually, the wind blowing across your skin kind of gives you that brrr. Oh, I'm awake. As you basically were sleeping outside in what amounts to probably like autumn, like late autumn, with a stiff breeze going by. It's noticeably cold. And you're in the light of a pale red sun.
Does this environment remind me of any planet I'm familiar with?
A few, but you lack landmarks and basic touchstones.
Okay. Alrighty then. I'm gonna look at my belt, see if do I have any of my equipment with me.
You have your standard
mainly.
You have your standard issue equipment.
Okay.
So your phaser, your tricorder, your communication device.
Okay, then I'm going to stand up, stretch. I'm not entirely convinced this is real. This might be. I've heard some things about using elaborate simulations as part of information gathering techniques from foreign agents. So I'm going to grab a leaf off of the tree, rip it up, inspect it closely, see if it acts like a regular leaf, and then I shall scan it with my tricorder to see if this seems to be a real tree.
Reason science. You know what? You're doing a very basic scan, difficulty 1. You're doing a basic,
Okay.
what amounts to a diagnostic, really. Is this scanning the way that makes sense?
Okay. I'm rolling a 9. All right. It says to herself, okay. Remember biology class. Remember that
Tellarite who
and-
argued with you for an hour about whether or not the thing was truly alive or actually undead?
Take a threat into your momentum.
Threaten to momentum. I'm covered in pizza. No. Why? There. That generates 2 momentum. You do a quick diagnostic check of your tricorder, and utilizing your very rudimentary, your very rudimentary studies in first year academy of how tricorders work and how to do diagnoses and so on. Diagnostics, I should say. You can determine the tricorder is in fact working. It is scanning all the things it's telling you. It does reflect that as a leaf. It is remarking on the fact that you've disassembled it by tearing it apart. It can reconstruct what the leaf once was based on the pieces, because it's not that complex a 3-dimensional model. It has a quick sample of its materials, what it's made of, how old it is. It gives some examples as to relative things, coloration, and there's certain things you can just tell from just handling it yourself as a sort of sanity check of, hey, what color was the leaf? It was this color. Okay. Was it actually a leaf or was it alive? Was it sentient? No, it's a leaf, you know. Like, tricorders have weird things.
Leaves are living, they're just not conscious, because plants don't have brains.
But, as part of the scan, you can ask extra questions with momentum, because you did do a tricorder scan, so...
Sure.
You just annihilated the existence of a previously character you played that was basically a plant.
No, I was not. I was the slime ones. I was not one of the plant ones. But anyways, yes, I would like to scan, and based off of the samples, based off of my description, my understanding of the plant and the DNA samples, can the tricorder make a guess as to the planet of origin for this plant? I'll concede that the planet of origin for this plant may not be the planet it's growing on right now, but it would be some piece of information.
I push that back. Planet unknown.
Yeah? Damn. So, but by planet unknown, do you mean it can't complete the scan, or that it doesn't recognize it?
It recognizes it has like analogs it's comparing it to help you understand. Especially since you have it in tutorial mode, like civilian mode of please help me understand. Wikipedia, what is this tree? You know,
exactly.
It's like, well, it's like this tree, this tree, this tree. Okay, no, but treat me like I'm not 10. And what planet is this from? You can even give me the technical scientific name for it if you really must. And no, whatever plant this is from, it is not from any current Federation scanned or surveyed world. Settled or surveyed world.
That is an extremely useful piece of information to know.
Yep.
I will close my tricorder. From my survival training, I know I'm going to need a source of water and a source of food, and shelter, and in order to best ascertain where all of those things are, I would like to look around, see where the nearest high ground is, and make my way there.
Insight plus con difficulty 2. You're finding your way. Find your bearings.
All right. Insight con. Take a momentum.
Certainly. Wow.
All right.
Okay. I'm so lost. I've never been more. No one has ever been more lost in human history.
Atrum just immediately dies. Like,
Oh my god. I'm like, oh my god. How does this happen? Okay, alright. One of those complications is threat, but the other one can be a complication, GM.
Certainly. This is where she died.
Are we going full of Christmas Carol? Is the thing I'm about to uncover my own grave?
Well, I didn't say that.
that'd be some Twilight Zone. That'd be like something out of Twilight Zone.
Yeah.
You feel the wind. You take an extraordinary amount of time looking around and just seeing the undulations of the land and the trees and the grasslands. There's lots of grass, but you notice that the trees are very sparse and there are high ground, but they're very far away. So, just out of practicality, you're trying to find nearby high ground that won't take you a full day to get to. And you spend a lot of time just hoping that there is anything. And then the wind picks up, and you're you find out that you almost were holding your breath, and you just kind of as you realize you started dozing on your feet. As you take 2 stress, you find yourself a little short of breath for a second and have to catch your breath.
Okay,
Or you can go down.
I have a lot. What's up?
Or you can go down. By the way, your stress track is completely emptied. You've rested.
Okay. Sounds good. It's only 2 stress. All right. Having absolutely embarrassed myself with my lack of wilderness survival skills, I am now going to try. I'm going to go to plan B. I am going to find a clear spot on the ground. I am going to sit down. I am going to close my eyes, and I'm going to use my latent ESP to reach out and see if I can find any other form of sapient life on this.
What are you doing on the ground? The moment you close your eyes and reach out, Liar's like right next to you.
What do you mean? I can't fly. I'm always on the ground.
I mean, like sitting on the ground like that. How is that helping you?
If I can rest my mortal body, it's easier to reach out with my 6th sense. For our species, or species of our caliber, ESP is extremely taxing and difficult, and requires the abjugation of the self into something greater. And it's hard to remove yourself from yourself while standing up.
Oh, okay. I thought you were just giving up. Carry on. Sorry for interrupting. I'll wait.
No, wait. No.
What? Yeah.
Where am I? Where am I?
You're on a planet. Currently locked in a mortal battle with the Spirit Wolverine.
Spirit Wolverine?
The creature that tried to kill you.
What on earth is a Wolverine?
Think a beast with a...
Excuse me. What on Beta Z is a Wolverine? Go ahead.
Well, on Beta Z, if you could imagine the ferocity of a Minnock, but about contained in the size of a small cat, and then you enlarge that cat to be as big as a riding horse from Rigel 7. You have Wolverine. Oh, and also he takes joy in... he's sapient enough to take joy in your pain and fear.
And I am to gather that this is a higher level being akin to yourself?
Well, akin to me. I guess akin to me is accurate, but I think you have a real chance of defeating him.
Well, thank you. Thank you so much for the vow of confidence. Are you going to help me?
I already have. I gave you a fair platform to fight from. If it was going his way, you'd be currently enraptured by starbase shrapnel and the vacuum of space, of which he doesn't care about too much. Here, he actually has to share the same problems you do. Thin atmosphere, thin vegetation, and someone who actually knows how to shoot straight. Well, they don't shoot, but you can shoot straight. You're trained in the arts of war, aren't you?
Oh, 1,000 gratitudes to you.
You're welcome.
Why does he want me specifically? What have I ever done to him that the rest of Starfleet hasn't done?
Well, it's nothing personal in that sense. He just wanted to terrify everyone on the station. He was just most likely to kill you with his action. I decided to intervene and give you a chance at a bit of a learning opportunity to not look to starfolk when you are perfectly capable of defeating, well, other starfolk.
You know, that actually makes sense. I'm kind of surprised.
You know, I could not help you anymore. I could just leave. He gives you a look.
Yeah, and she smiles and says, No. I am grateful for your assistance in your own contrived manner. I'm just saying, it's more straightforward than I assumed it was going to be. So, if I'm able to kill this thing, you will bring me back to my crew?
Well, knock him out. Even I don't have the capacity to kill him, but I believe you have the capacity to teach him a lesson that you are not as weak and dependent on your psychic abilities as he may perceive. There's a assumption of psychics that they rely on their mind and forget the body.
She kind of like looks at him and is like, oh, trust me, we have gym rats on Beta's head.
I believe it. He looks you up and down and nods approvingly.
She's going
Okay,
to
you
say,
can stop flirting now.
I was gonna say. Okay.
I mean, she has fitness
You
10.
sure
That's
you need
pretty
to be
good.
rescued?
It's just a hunting trip, really.
She's going to say, okay, well, are you going to help me track him down? Because if not, I would appreciate time to myself to focus.
Oh, certainly. I'm just here to make sure he doesn't actually kill you. But I'm not going to interfere in this learning opportunity. You need to be self-sufficient and dependable without the need of your elders. But I won't let you die. I mean, you'll probably, go a little insane, but you won't die. And he walks off.
Why are so helpful, guys?
She runs a hand through her hair and says, okay, Nyastra, you've got this. You just have to best an immortal psychic being from a higher plane of existence in single combat, and you get to go home. Okay, you can do this. And I'm gonna go back to sitting down on the ground with my eyes closed and try to reach out to locate the Wolverine.
Well, it's rolling in its own defense. Because it doesn't want to be detected. Especially by your silly psychic stuff, because that's no fair. Because that doesn't use your senses, it uses your brain, and that's not allowed. Because I say so. My values don't actually help me with this, unfortunately. I just have to buy a full mitt and hope for the best. God. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 6 hits. Oh no, I lied to you. I lied to you. That is 5 hits. Doesn't have a focus for this. Because hiding is, stopping someone from tracking you is one thing. Stopping someone from psychically sensing you is a whole different problem.
It's true.
So you are looking at insight plus security or medicine.
Insight, security, a focus in ESP.
Yep.
Okay. Okay. Trait of cool-headed. I'm able to focus purely on this, let everything else pass by. I'm not getting agitated by my, distracted and agitated by the circumstance I find myself in.
Certainly.
You said certainly?
Yep.
All right. Activating the star-cross to double my focus range. Okay. 3 threat, 3 momentum.
1, 2, 3.
So that is, well, the first one's a 2. So that's 3 2s and a 1. Okay. So that's 2, 4, 6, 7. 7 plus cool-headed is 8. It's 8 successes.
Plus cool-headed?
You said cool-headed is a free hit, so that would take it from 7 to 8.
Oh, yeah, as a trait. My brain just shut right off for a second. I was like, what are you talking about? So you generate 3. He's right there. Just one zone away. Hiding out amidst the foliage, phasing in and out of existence. But you can sense their mind, because their mind's here in this, is on this layer of reality, so, and they can't hide.
Exactly. Yeah. So in a very Luke, you've turned off your targeting computer moment. I am going to aim with this guy with my eyes closed, locking onto him entirely through my ability to sense where he is, sensing where the presence of his, consciousness is on the psychic plane. Okay, so what kind of do I have the disruptor I had, or do I have my phaser?
Your phaser.
Type 1, type 2, type 3.
Your standard issue is type 2 because you're security.
E.
Type 1 is what you went onto the station with, though.
Yeah, but Liar's given this to me anyways.
Yeah.
Okay, so does he have cover?
Yes, he can't counterattack though. So the most he can do. So yeah, I have to roll defense anyway, but he doesn't have a ranged attack, so he can't. All he can do is avoid the attack. Just change difficulty. Being shot at. Uh-oh, how the hell can she see me? It's that stupid psychic stuff again. God dang it. Cool, great, wonderful, awesome. This is totally fair. Liar sucks. Sure. Full mitt. I don't want to get hit. That way I can punish you and rip your damn hand off.
Out of all the things he could rip off, I guess hand is better than head.
Hey, it's...
One hit with a comp.
One hit with a comp. So I just have to be the 1? Okay.
Yeah, it's actually easier.
Okay. So, type 2. I'm spending my minor. Oh, okay, so phaser type 2s actually don't have accurate, so I can't. I'm spending my my minor to charge. What do I want to charge for? Let me double check.
Probably piercing.
Yeah. Area doesn't make sense. Intense doesn't matter. Yeah, let's go with piercing.
Well, intense can be extra damage.
Yeah, but I'm gonna assume he
It's
has
cheaper
something
extra damage. If you have momentum, it's not.
That's
gonna
true.
cost That much.
Yeah.
I think he probably has some form of armor based off of. Yeah. All right, I'm gonna go with piercing.
Yep.
Control, security, piercing. Take a threat.
Pew! That is 3 generated. What's the severity of your weapon?
Phaser type 2, severity is 4. How much momentum are we at? 6 with
a bonus 7. Yep.
Alright, so we'll spend 2 to increase the damage by 1. So that brings up to 5 with piercing.
Okay, I will wipe out the threat on the table to soak the hit.
Okay.
As you eyes close, you reprogram the phaser, still in the kneeling position, and he moves left and right, which that'd be a great way to throw you off, like ducking behind that tree and some of the foliage, except you're psychically linked to where he is. So he's not, if anything, he's actually, he'd be better off like cuddling up to the tree to confuse you a little bit, because it has a mild psychic presence. It's like, well, I can see you just fine, so, and I can see the tree psychically, so, pew.
Mm-hmm. And you know, we're linked enough that I can make an inference based off of my knowledge of his own self about where he's planning on going next, which gives me not foresight, but we're too connected for him to easily be able to outjuke me.
Would you like to swift?
No. He can go.
Okay.
I might come to regret that, but
Boop.
You're out of threat. What's the worst thing you could do?
He pops right next to you.
Uh-huh.
And he leaps at you to maul your face off. You get the roll to defend yourself first. Daring plus security.
Okay. Could I spend my determination on the value by the phaser I seek peace, but only peace under liberty? I have never wanted to fight this guy ever. He just chose to fight me, and I am purely defending myself and my own freedom here.
If you have a determination left, sure.
Yeah, because I did a recall, so yeah.
Oh yeah, yep, very good.
Which I also think gives me an arc, because okay. 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 I shall spend 3 momentum, so that's 5. That's total 5.
Beat him by 5. You may spend, and you got 1 float. You may spend 2 to counterattack physically, like just basically unarmed striking back.
Yeah, okay.
Or you can choose to shove them away, so if you want to move from where you are, you can. Because right now, if you don't go anywhere, you're locked in melee mode. You can't move unless he pushes you away, you push him away.
Am I right that there's like an increase of difficulty to ranged attacks at this range band too? Or am I making that up?
If someone's in melee with you, yeah, your ranged attacks are at increased difficulty.
Okay, then in that case, what I'd like to imagine is essentially she, still with her eyes closed, senses his attack and dodges away at the last second. So instead of biting her, he just like continues running and winds up in this square. The lunge misses her completely, representing that I would like to push him away into the square.
So yeah, it's probably a tussle as they're leaping back and forth, and then So they're still in the same zone, but they're not in your melee range.
In melee. Yep.
Turn goes back to you.
I'm gonna shoot again. All right. I've got a lot of momentum. I'm gonna. Oh, does he have cover?
Now that you're in the same zone, the cover is irrelevant. There's not enough cover here for it to matter, so it's diff 2.
All right. In that case, I'm gonna charge for intense. Security. Spending 1 momentum. Are you fucking kidding me? I think there is. I made the joke earlier. Oh, Commander Atrum is a blue character. I might have to take that back. I think she wants to die. There's some subconscious part of her interested in like sabotaging her because these past 2 sections she's constantly failed extremely succeedable roles that made her situation worse and worse. Okay, let me think. Oh, yeah. Take 2 threat. It's the worst thing you could do with 2 threat. Okay.
You fire wide, just in time for him to rush back at you and attack you again. Daring security.
Okay. I believe in us. One day we will be able to do damage to each other. All right, take 3 momentum.
Certainly. You only beat them by 2, so you gain 2 momentum back. Do you wish to unarmed strike them, or do you wish to shove them away?
Shove them away, shoot again. Okay.
So 2 momentum to shove them away. Shove. Oh, wait, no, that's for counterattack. That's counterattack. What am I? No, it is shove away because it's the type of attack, yeah. They spend 2 threat.
Attacking again.
They look like they leap at you and they vanish.
I for the first time this entire combat, I open my eyes, scan the environment, and say, where? God damn it. I'll wipe some sweat off of my brow and use the moment to catch my breath, because for a moment there I was feeling like I might be dead.
Fitness plus con. Difficulty 2 as you attempt to catch your breath, as the air seems rather thin.
Focus and composure. I'm not letting myself panic. I'm taking deep, measured breaths.
Yeah, you're trying not to hyperventilate, yeah.
Yeah, which is exactly what the real me with an anxiety disorder would do when confronted with no oxygen. Okay.
Yeah.
Take a momentum.
Certainly.
You said diff 2, right?
Yep.
Okay.
You are able to take a breather. You are able to regain 3 health? 3 stealth? 3 friggin'
I only
stress.
have 2. So
oh, there you go, yeah.
Doesn't really matter. Yeah.
An amount of stress that is higher than 2, because I think the minimum's 3. I'll double check, though. Just so you know in the future. And also for me, because I keep forgetting. A breather is... Actually, a breather is 2 exactly. So never mind.
Right.
So you take a breather, you're not attacked. if you're in combat, you don't sense the hostile intent. Hostile intent is no longer evident, so they're not nearby. They may be on the planet, because you doubt they left. Because given what you were told by Liar, it probably wants to keep messing with you.
Yeah. After burning all of those calories, because it's, survival, ESP, this is all calorie intensive work. Her stomach is going to loudly grumble, and Atrium's going to say, okay, Neostra, we got to go find ourselves some dinner. And I'm going to go walk off into the brush, careful of danger, and looking for berries, nuts, tubers, anything that I can have my food for. What time of day is it? I was going to say have my dinner with, but I actually don't know what time it is.
It's bright out. You have no idea if this is a 24-hour day or not. It's bright out, though.
Oh, okay. Okay, it could be tidally locked to its sun. Okay.
It could be 24 hours, could be 12 hours, could be 48, could be 100, you don't know.
Yeah.
Man, if only you had like a really good navigator with you.
Yeah.
That's a shame those don't exist.
Well, that's what AI is for.
Jet.
Oh god.
Who needs pilots when you can just look it up on a computer?
Did ChatGPT fly my plane?
But new scene as you cut back to the Bonaventure, with Ilithia, Dekka, and Fushi going to where? You're in the cargo. You're in the turbolift. I know that much. But where are you going for your assignment by the captain?
Yes. Please refresh me on
Cargo bay, I believe?
the captain's exact orders.
Use everything we know about Liar to find out where he is.
Got it.
Or
Cool.
guess at where he could be.
Yep. Well, think we probably either head to the science lab or the cargo bay then. I currently can't move anything on this map because it's still loading for me though. So.
What's your choice, Dekka and Fushi? Ilithia has a suggestion, but it's one of two.
Yeah. No, that sounds like a good start for now.
Which one?
Science lab maybe?
What?
Or-
What did you say?
Either the science lab or the cargo bay were my suggestions. Because cargo
I'd
bay
say
we get the tools, but you've kind of been using the tools for a while, so maybe
Yeah.
you go for like
Science lab, I think.
science lab / yeah.
So, the three of you arrive in
Yes.
Science Lab. It has not been assigned any particular use that requires expenditure of resources.
This is trying to locate someone, so maybe we could try to use astrometrics, actually. That might be better.
Yeah, I'd be down for.
I forgot we had dedicated astrometrics for a
Yep.
moment there.
Walk into
Yeah,
astrometrics.
we have like a dedicated set for it and everything.
Mm-hmm. So, let's see. Ilithia is going to start compiling a psychographic profile from what we know so far of Liar, and well, that's going to be part of it at least. So psychographic profile, sensor readings for the different types of movement that we've seen Liar perform, as well as the feats of violence, shooting down a ship, for example. Those things we have on sensors. For, whatever good those are. They weren't very cohesive sensor readings, but we do have them on sensors. Find those, a psychographic profile, and locations that could support life, I think will be the final characteristic. things that he is assembling to try to see if some speculative maps can be drawn up from that data. Or possibility ranges, potentially, is more likely.
So, this is going to be less an extended task, but more you're fighting against your extended consequences of time. Time ticks by, lots of studies going on. You need to succeed at 3 different things you care about: insight medicine, insight science, insight con, based on what you're asking. If you fail, the impact goes up. If you succeed, that task is now done. And theoretically, if all 3 of those things are done, you'll get some information. If you believe that information is sufficient to answer the questions you're after, then you can act on it, or you can keep setting yourself new goals to chase down. But failures and allowing for complications will tick up the time going by.
All right. I have the trait Inexhaustible Patience, which seems like it might get in my way here, potentially.
I will increase your comp range because you'll have a habit of taking too much time. Doesn't actually take too much time, but it's enough that you might. Sometimes that'll be good. Sometimes it complicates matters. It's like we could have used that information like an hour ago. I was double checking my math. It only took an extra hour. It's not that big a deal. We've been at this for 12. Each hour counts. God damn it.
Well, if I listened to every time someone said that, then I would have stressed myself to death by now.
So trouble track was 0 of 12. Setback 1 is at 6. Setback 2 is at 9. Resist 3. The impact is 3. Just so you're aware of how bad the consequences are.
To compile a profile of a somewhat unusual, to say the least, individual with escapades that go back probably as long as Lith has been alive, quite probably longer than that. I'd like to make an argument for archaeological medicine as a focus.
I would take it at complication. You have too little material to do a proper archaeological deduction about Liar. About the folk, that's different. But Liar, you have very little artifacts to actually reference him. But it's relevant because it's like, well, one presumes archaeologically the people he's around a lot might have something related. It's like studying the Germans by studying the French. You can get answers, but it's a little indirect.
They're going to be interesting answers, probably.
Yeah.
They're going to tell you things. Are they going to tell you what you're looking for? Maybe.
So,
all right.
Comp of 3 total if you do that?
Yeah, comp of 3 total if I do that. But I'm looking at spending a point of determination and getting Cochrane Medal of Excellence off with that. So. Let's see. Do I have a callback?
Oh, and just to take
Also,
a bit of...
what's the second?
Also to point out, if you fail all these checks, normally when you fail a check, you fail and, too bad. You can attempt these again. It's just time goes by is the problem.
Right, yeah.
Just so you know.
I'm checking real quick what the other spend determination things are, because I remember like 3 of them, but...
One's getting a talent back, one's
you don't
reroll,
have
and
any-
one's buying a die.
Yeah.
Sorry, you were saying?
So I was gonna read them off.
Moment of inspiration, yeah. Special technique, right? The fourth one's is just the human one. Yeah. Cool. I don't have that one because I'm not a human. Taking a look at talents right now. Because I think I can get this minimal risk if I can get a talent that helps me with the roll.
You take backup plans, so if you fail, you generate momentum.
So true.
Yeah.
Not quite what I'm looking for, but. Nope, that's not it. Da-da. Permit. Thought there was a thing for extended tasks here in medicine.
Anything with Sanitas is like engineering or medis or command, I think.
Yeah. I think you're right. Do we have any momentum right now?
0.
0. Okay.
Someone spent them all trying not to die.
Well, I guess that's respectable. And... Okay, there we go. Nope, that's an assist. Never mind. Thought I found what I was looking for. Turns out it only works on assists.
Take that.
Yep.
And Surgery Savant is a medicine one, but it's when you're doing surgeries.
Yeah. Alright, so I could not find a talent that's helpful here, so I will not use one, which means that I'm probably not going to use archaeological medicine then, because there isn't a benefit to doing so. Looking at empathy and insight are the first tools of a healer here as a value spend.
Yep.
Okay. Looking to see if I have a callback to that. I actually think... No, do I? Do I? Hold on. That one I called back to already.
Oh, that's neat. I didn't know I could do that. I can make that go away by clicking. The things you learn about Roll20. I'm sure they'll come up all the time.
Could try calling back to Caged Tiger, where I spent a bunch of time debating and accumulating knowledge in civilian navigational hazard stuff.
I don't think it's attached enough to understanding an extra spatial being.
Fair enough. Yeah, I was thinking specifically because of the Silent Mountains hazard, but it's not directly related. So no callback.
Hyperspace, that's the phrase.
Then,
Hyperspatial being.
yeah, hyperspatial being. What is here? Okay. Then I will spend 2 threat to roll. Or no, 3 threat to roll 3 dice. Yeah, that's right. That's how the math works.
Mm-hmm.
And I'll use a focus in neuropsychology/psychiatry then, maybe? Might also be at additional complication.
Psychiatry, increased complication due to it being a hyperspatial being. So, comp 4.
Yep. Comp 4? In that case, I guess I'll take archaeological medicine for...
Oh, wait, Archaeological
Comp 3.
Medicine was putting you to 3 anyway, so it's 3 either way, my bad. Yeah.
Okay, yeah.
I was like, why is it going up to 4? I don't see how my math worked. I was like, oh wait, that's why.
I didn't see your math work either. I was just assuming it was that much harder.
Yeah, no. It's not
Two
that
entire harder. Cool. Re-rolling that 20.
4, 5, 6. That's 1 down. Generate 1 momentum.
All right. Deca, do you want to take that Insight Con task potentially? Believe that was for like locations of interest that were habitable. Actually.
Yeah, looking into the stars, comparing notes on what's known about certain planets, comparing stories and folk tales, and going, okay, well, what planet does that sound like? What kind of planet is that? And you can knock down certain things that it doesn't sound like Lyre goes to these kind of planets, but it does sound like it goes to these kind of planets.
Yeah.
Okay. So is that me giving an assist?
Main roller, Insight Con.
I think you take lead.
Or this is with me making a roll. Got it.
Mm-hmm.
Yes. Understood.
Is it though? Is it?
Is it understood? Probably not.
This is Tem 6, so.
Dang.
This would be... God,
All
guys.
right.
I'm just deciding what I'm going to spend on this. Insight. You said Insight Con.
Y'all.
Keen Navigator trait.
Yeah.
Okay, cool. This isn't to plot a starship course. This isn't a... Yeah, so unfortunately, my talents won't come into play here. But I have other stuff I can do. I will spend 1 momentum to threat. Yeah, 1 momentum to threat. And either a psionics focus, stellar cartography. Does that work?
No.
Stellar cartography focus?
No.
No, okay.
I'm looking for more like planetology or something of that, or geography maybe, or forestry I'd even take.
The closest thing I have is heliophysics.
At a comp increase, I could see the argument.
Or hazardous environments.
Yes, hazardous environments works.
Yay. I am just gonna save... I'm gonna save my determination to reroll.
Roger.
Because I already have 1 reroll from cautious. I will reroll that 0. That is 4 on the button.
On the button. So you've narrowed down what planets it possibly could be, what eliminated a lot that it just like... Because a lot of the stories from what you're telling, like medically speaking, to answer that as well, you are a person who seems to be rather... as powerful as they are, in all their tales, they're always about... They don't like bullying people. They don't mind tricking people. They don't mind lying to people. But they don't like hurting people. And they don't like bullies. They hate bullies. But they don't...
Right.
If they have to step in and...
trickster.
Yeah, if they have to beat up the bully to save you, they will. But they usually... Lyre usually likes to teach you how to fight the bully without him. So in case he's not around, you can defeat the big bear, the dragon... the Wendigo, whatever it is, like you're able to fend for yourself without him. Sometimes it takes, having to hunt the thing down. Sometimes it's teaching you how to fish. Sometimes it's teaching you how to make a weapon. Whatever it is, and it can take very little time. In some legends, it takes very little time. In some, it takes generations. They have to teach the grandfather, the father, and the son over time, and then eventually the daughter gets it, sort of thing.
Yes.
So cartography-wise, or heliocentrically-wise, the planet's based on. It does look like he does put people on different planets. It's not always the same one, but it's nothing too outlandish. Like it's not like weird trinary stars with fluctuating. Like it's not like places where the star just seems. None of the stories have anything to do with a super. Oh no, that was what you did. You did hazardous environments. Hazardous environments. If he challenges a person to learn how to stop being bad at survival, they'll put them in a hazardous place, but nothing that's instant death. Like they'll never put someone in the high Arctic regions unless they already have some idea of how to do that. They may push you into outside your comfort zone, but they'll never put you in absolute life or death peril just from the environment alone. But they will push you so you learn how to.
Right.
And that helps narrow it down because there's some planets that are Gaia-like, to put it in that sort of human-centric viewpoint, where it's like there's no.
Lyra wouldn't put someone in such an idyllic environment for one of these tests.
Yeah, because you don't learn anything there. It's like you're in a safe place that you don't hunt bad things in nice places usually. But on the same token, they won't put you on like Vulcan if you're an Andorian. It's like, well, you're just gonna die here. You're just gonna cook every minute you're here. This is literally lethal. The planet that kills you. So you're able to narrow it down for that.
You.
Okay,
cool.
So all that's left is insight science to help puzzle out.
Hang on.
Oh, hang on.
First things first. I am going to because this was a navigation related roll.
Mm-hmm.
I generate a bonus momentum.
Okay.
Thanks to visit every star, and I'm gonna roll a d20 on my untapped potential. 11. Is that on the attribute?
You tell me. It's your ability.
Yeah, I have it. It's if you roll, it's roll a d20. Yes, then the chosen attribute. So that is a success. I gain one more bonus momentum. I'm gonna put both of those towards. I'm gonna put both of those towards creating a trait to help lower the difficulty for our science person. That I basically have a really good that I in doing this work, I was able to come up with like the hazardous and like the sort of where the environments are that Lyre would put you. And I'm actually able to create a set of hard data, like hard quantifiable numbers.
Yeah, if it's within this temperature range and this temperature range, then it's probably not. Yeah.
Yeah, because what I'd been doing so far was coming up with some more vague, like, vagaries, but I'm able to give the science officer hard numbers to work from.
Very good. Brings the science difficulty to 4. Who's going to roll for Fushi? Either be the captain or that would be Atrum.
Actually, would you consider this a trait representing knowledge about the region that we're in?
I wouldn't say so, no.
Okay, never mind. Then, yep, it's just a potency 1.
Okay.
Sure. What role do you need?
Insight science. Difficulty 4 currently.
Alright, focus in unified field theory so I can pull in findings from the other two.
Yeah, I could see it.
Alright. She is constant presence, so has 2 determination. So take one of those on we're all here. We are all here a part of something greater, it is no shame to stand above or to ask for help. Okay, so she's doing this as a team.
Yep.
All right. Take one threat.
Certainly.
Is that ship's computer science?
No, the ship's not helping at all, but I believe you just generated... That is 4-5. You actually got beat it by 1.
Okay.
Boop, boop. And yeah, in your calculations, you're able to help, using unified field theory, you're able to help narrow down certain characteristics that are easier, that if a planet has certain data, is a certain type within certain norms, that means that sensor-wise, certain stars, certain planets give off particular energy signatures, which you're able to narrow down even further, which allows you to verify whether or not a planet is, or even system, is even viable. Because if the star doesn't match the parameters at all, then you're wasting time. So you can, at this point, you can now do sensor scans at long range, or for particular planetoids, and go, hey, is this valid? You're kind of like a yes/no check. It's like, is this valid? Yes, no. No. Okay, you don't. All the other data is irrelevant to you because you don't care. You only care if it's a world that somebody could survive under one of Liar's tests. And I will narrow that down further. That does narrow down to M-class worlds and L-class worlds. Because L-class worlds you can survive on. It just sucks immensely. But you can survive on an L-class planet for a short period of time. Like, you wouldn't want to live there as an M-class species, but you can be there for a day or two. Or week, even. Without, like, the appropriate gear, obviously, you know. I can't think of any of the class planets that you would really survive on for very, very long, like outside of a few hours.
Oh.
Those are because Class L is close enough to Class M. You might be fooled until you scan it, and they're like, "Oh, that's actually a dangerous world for a Class M species."
Mm-hmm.
K planets, sorta, but that's not that common.
What type of planet would at most be a challenge, but not a handicap specifically for Atrum? For a Beta Z
Oh, shit.
of Atrum.
That's H, I'm wrong. So...
I guess let me refine this. Not taking in the broad category of L's and M's. Taking in specifically the L's and M's nearby. Which of these, in their specifics, would be a challenge but not impossible for Atrum specifically?
You would need a survey of the star systems. You have a rough idea that there's a L-class planet main world in one system and a M-class planet in the other system, but there may be other L's and M's in those star systems. There may be more than one. Because moonlets can have that classification, and that might not be detected by long-range subspace telescopes. At present, you'd actually have to do a scan of those systems at long range to get more information for the kind of information you're looking for. But you could figure that out. That is the way to narrow it down. Is of the planet of the pool that you're scanning, what what's challenging, not deadly, you know.
All right, so let's go to the bridge and data dump.
So 3 of you head up to the bridge. Meanwhile, new scene. "10 days.
Yep.
There it is. Boop. Atrum.
Hey.
Hi. You're trying to find food so you don't starve.
Yeah.
Seems. Are you just looking? Are you just looking around, seeing what looks like? How are you finding it? Better way to put it. How are you finding your food?
Okay. Yeah, I'm gonna use my wilderness survival training to try to scan the brush for potential berries or tubers that I could eat. And before I put anything in my body, I will scan it using my tricorder to see if a tricorder believes it to be edible.
Reason plus science or medicine, difficulty 2.
And reason science. Oh God. Guys, I might be starving.
I hope not.
A focus in investigative techniques.
Yeah, you're methodically picking something up, scanning
I
with the
don't
tricorder.
even know why I asked. My science and medicine are both one. Take 2 threat.
Certainly. 2 threat. You mean
Yeah, or 3 threat.
3?
Yeah, I did mean 3. And no, you can't have that complication. You can have threat.
Okay. Hey, you gain a momentum, so there's that. You have established for now the trait. I won't mark it on the map. We just know it. You have the trait of having found sufficient food. You have found that this planet is not exactly robust in animals or plant life. What plant life there is either the rare tree or lots of grass. So it turns into a lot of scanning, finding tubers, and it takes a considerable amount of time. But with the help of a tricorder, and your own knowledge of, well, given this kind of plant, given this kind of vegetation, given this kind of lack of creatures, there are certain things you can go. I'm not going to look for certain things. I'm not looking for berries. I'm wasting my time. I'm not going to look for apple trees or equivalent. I'm wasting my time. Yeah, so you're narrowing down your search little by little, so you're able to find some
Parsnips,
semblance of
however?
food. Huh?
Parsnips, however, you might be able to find.
Yep. So you gather up some food. It's not, amazing, but it won't kill you.
Okay.
So
I shall make a fire. I cook them as best I can and eat.
So you make a quick little campfire with bits of wood. You have a phaser, so you can quickly create a fire that way. Or you can just use makeshift flint if you find it around. And you're able to cook your food. It's very strong spice. Yep, that's edible, right? It's like you bit into an onion. Like it's cooked, so it's edible. But oh god, this really should be combined with something else. But hey, it has calories, and it's not poisoning you, so that's that. Your breath's gonna smell amazing for a while.
Oof. Okay.
Even after eating, you feel a slight tingle in your mouth. It's not like, oh, it's this allergic reaction, quick scan. It's like, no, it's just that intense of spice.
Spicy. Yeah. Well, maybe my breath will be a biological weapon against them.
You have a breath
Yeah.
attack. No.
Wrong system.
Okay.
It's getting dark out.
Okay.
Hooray!
Yeah,
The days here don't last for more than a few hours. That's good.
Honestly, not really. I probably would have preferred, a very long day because that would have meant. Well, I suppose I still would have had to sleep at normal intervals, so it doesn't really matter. Okay. Yeah, upon seeing the darkness, what I would like to do is, gather up some grass and sedges and other such plant materials, wrap them up into a makeshift pillow, put that underneath a tree for a little bit of cover, and I shall sleep for short intervals. Is it ideal? No. Is it possible he tries to get me while I'm asleep? Yeah, but I don't really have no choice.
Well, you try to lay down in the shade of the tree, kind of nestling up to the trunk a bit so the wind isn't so bad. But, oh my goodness, is it cold. And that wind does not help, because all that's keeping you warm is your uniform, and it only helps so much because it's not the cold weather fluffy one, it's the normal service uniform. So you can attempt to sleep. We're going to call this fitness plus medicine. Difficulty. I'm going to call this 3. You can succeed at cost. You'll take stress because you'll basically be miserable the whole night. Waking up not when you mean to, but because you got too cold and you just start freezing.
Okay, fitness, medicine. Okay, 1 momentum.
Certainly.
There we go. Look at that.
You're able to tough it out. Occasionally waking up briefly to kind of stomp your feet and move around. Maybe move your sleeping position so you're not in the wind's path. You find the air kind of somewhat short to breathe. This is very unpleasant. You spend the night wary and watchful. And you suffer 3 stress as you wake up in the morning, as you find it is very difficult. You're able to sleep, but this world is not ideal for you. You get the feeling this planet's probably not M-class, because that was too terrible a night. Like they're sleeping in bad parts of M-class planets. That's one thing, but this is you clearly can tell it's a different beast.
Yeah, she heaves in, heaves out, and thinks to herself that she has a greater appreciation for her Paleolithic ancestors, because this sucks. I'll tell you, one time when I went camping, one of the last times I went camping, I messed up my neck so bad. Oh. It hurt extremely much if I held it at anything other than like a sideways angle. And so I spent like the most of the day with my head at like a 45-degree angle because twisting it too far the other way caused immense pain. And sleeping rough sucks.
Yep. Yep. Can you do it? Sure. Does it suck? Yep.
Yep. Listen, they didn't call them cavemen for nothing. Yeah, okay. I'm gonna wake, it's a new day, and I know that the longer I stay on this planet, the more my strength is going to dwindle because I am no longer experiencing all of the stable nutrients and creature comforts of being on a starbase, and that this will sap away my strength. I'm going to... It is in my interest if I fight this guy sooner rather than later. So upon waking up the next morning, I'm going to go out hunting.
Don't worry. He comes to find you. and goes to attack you. Apparently attacking while you were sleeping was an option, but you kept waking up, so he didn't get to surprise attack you the way he wanted. Thanks for that. Making it hard for me to kill you. Friggin' daring security to defend yourself.
Okay. Daring security. 3 threat.
3 threat eye.
Beat that, buddy.
Sure. Spending 3 for attack from a different angle. As they constantly shift the angle of their attack over and over, just as a matter of course. And they'll buy so they can roll 2 dice instead of just 1. Because they already got you. They just have to get extra. One, 2, 3. I said 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 5. They generate 4 threats.
Ooh. Yeah, back to where you started.
Their claw rips into you with a savage ferocity, dealing 7 stress. Non-lethal, because they're... If you're unconscious, they can just eat you while you're asleep. Well, unconscious, more like, but you know.
Okay, 7 stress. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. That's a lot of stress. Alright.
That's a lot of damage.
Do you still have stress left over, or are you...
I still have plenty of stress left over.
Good, good. Turn goes back to you. Yeah, they won't spend to keep. Spends for Swift. They don't need to right now because they feel like they're winning.
Alright. I'm going to charge for intense and... No, I don't have any momentum. I'm going to charge for piercing and shoot.
Okay.
Right.
There's no cover here, so it turns into a diff 3 shot. Because they're right on top of you.
Take 3 threat.
3 threat eye. That's 4 threat. We're not allowed to cheat. Well, we can. We're not supposed to.
What do you mean? That is 3 threat.
I was going to give myself 4.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, you generate momentum.
Okay.
No. And your type 2 phaser does... How much damage?
4, I think.
4?
4 plus piercing. Let me double check.
4. 1, 2, 3, 4. You fire a phaser at it, and it vanishes and reappears elsewhere, and you keep tracking around. As you're forcing it to kind of have to duck and weave around the shots. Mm-hmm. But you can tell that must be taking... You can psychically feel that that's exerting it. Like, even if you're not hitting him dead on and stunning him, it's still a lot of energy for it to move around like that.
Well, it's also a lot of energy for me to be constantly fighting off vicious maws of death being lunged at me. So, I think we're trading at an equal rate here. Hopefully.
This is going to be daring security opposed, and this is a deadly bite from its razor sharp maw.
Okay. 1 momentum, 2 threat.
Attacks from an unexpected angle. Buys a die. One, 2, 3. Generate 3 more. You are currently looking at a deadly 4 severity injury.
Decoration of a gallantry that goes down to 2 damage.
As the maw grabs it and you kind of jam your phaser and between you and it and collapse to the ground, and you're able to throw them off before they got a really big bite. Your phaser looks all kinds of messed up right now, and that wrenched your arm in a really uncomfortable way. But hey, you're not dead, so there's that.
Yeah. She's gonna say, I felt more pain sleeping on the ground last night, and she's gonna take another shot.
Do you have 3?
All right. I'll take 3 threat.
Certainly.
As we're trading this threat back and forth.
Hey, you hit.
Okay.
Generate 2 momentum.
And yes, I would have charged for piercing. Yeah.
Yep. That's another 4. Unless you're doing an extra 1 with 2 momentum.
Nope. I'm gonna save that 2 momentum because I need
2,
it.
3, 4. You fire again. Ducks around.
Yeah, it's to the keep, right?
A 2 to Swift, yes.
Swift. Sorry, I was saying the wrong thing. All right, and now this would be a diff 4 task.
If you shoot again, yes.
All right. Take a full meta threat.
Certainly. Generate 1. You have a comp.
All right. Yeah, that's threat.
That's threat eye.
All right.
So that's 4 damage.
Yep.
2, 3, 4.
That would not have been piercing because
You didn't have the extra minor for it, yeah.
Yeah.
Piercing doesn't seem to matter.
Oh, okay. Well, that's one way to find out. Okay. Please go.
Daring security.
All right. 1 momentum, 2 threat.
Daring.
Defending against him. Oh, you're right. I rolled control.
Although you rolled 2 19s, it doesn't matter.
Yeah, same
Yeah.
result.
Attacking from a different angle. Buying an extra die. That's 4. Generate 2. He leaps at you and vanishes.
Yeah. Oh, you better run. Oh, you better run. She says, as she falls and has to rest her hands on her knees to not completely fall over. And don't come back.
Every out breath, the wind pushes the strong onion smell right back into you. Like, you're awake.
I'm gonna remember this for the rest of my life, however short that might be.
Mm-hmm. The wind is starting to pick up. It's getting even colder.
I didn't even know that was possible.
What do you do?
Sorry, I assumed you were going to transition back to them.
I'm going to, but
I'd like to take a rest, a breather, so that I can regain some stress.
fitness plus con or medicine difficulty of 3.
Focus of composure again.
Yep.
Okay, take 3 threat.
Certainly.
All right. Have 2 more threat.
Certainly.
I think I'm gonna die on this planet.
Might. Well,
You
yeah.
find it's like You find that you try to take a breather, and it's just, you're so hurt, you're so exhausted, it's too cold out, it's hard to, one pain goes away and a whole new one starts. Like, it just absolutely sucks. I will give you, at this point, that your character is nearing a rather dire situation, insight, science, or medicine, difficulty of 1. You are Starfleet trained, so there's something you might be able to do about this. You realize you need shelter. You need to find, the only way you're getting any of your stress back, you need somewhere that hides you from the wind. A tall rock, a much bigger tree than these things, maybe a structure if you're lucky. Anything other than where you are, because where you are now is mostly open plains and grasslands and a sparse few trees. The wind is hitting you with everything it has.
Okay. I'm gonna pull out my tricorder and try to be scanning around, looking for any caves, any bluffs, any ditches, really anything that could get me out of this. Any like dry creek beds, anything that could give me a windbreak.
Reason con, difficulty 2.
And she says, "Where's that box when you need them or need them?"
Hey, suffering hypoxia doesn't mean you get to mispronounce it.
I 3 fret. Oh,
wow. Okay.
Why? Oh, sure. Whatever.
Generate 3 momentum. Lo and behold, you scan.
Can I spend 2 so that the shelter I find is like a hospital?
No. Liar is not that nice.
Or that it's or maybe spend some threat so that it's well hidden.
Yeah. Would that work? That
I mean, if you spend threat, sure.
If I spend 2 momentum, could I place? Because if we're going to transition scenes, this momentum's going anyway. If I spend 2 momentum so that the shelter I find, is particularly hidden, perhaps it only has 1 entrance, and therefore it would be hard for him to ambush me in it.
Yeah. I'll basically I allowed you to create a potency 1 trait of finding shelter. And you upped it to 2. Part of it is you can psychically kind of dampen yourself because you have control over how much you exude to the world. So you can kind of make yourself, if it is psychically tracing you at all, you can just turn down the volume a bit. It's kind of like closing your eyes and squinting. It's not comfortable, but you can do it. And also the shelter looks to be some sort of structure that's kind of nestled in this sort of collection of outcropped rocks. So if anything does get in there, it's not the easiest way to get in and out.
Okay.
But yeah, you can start heading that way.
And once I'm there, I'm gonna take a tend to my wounds and take a much needed rest.
Certainly, I will. Since you find shelter between scenes, I will say, without much difficulty, you will be able to benefit from the DLC that costs 50 euros. If you pay now, if you wait till later, then you lose the early bird discount, and that becomes 100 euro.
Oh well, I gotta get it now. Look! If you pre-order, it comes with the exclusive golden skins.
I just can't down the euros out.
I'll take euros. Why not?
She just wants more economic stability.
Yeah.
You will regain 4 of your stress.
Danke.
And back to the Bonaventure we go. As Dekka, Ilithia, and Fushi report their findings. I don't know why they're behind you. We're going to talk around your shoulders, Captain. You don't mind, do you? Get in front of me. I'm in a chair.
Yeah, just speaking to you as angels on your shoulders and devils on your shoulders, that's all.
One day they'll make chairs that you can spin in. You turn around.
Today, not today.
That is not advanced enough technology. Anyway, go ahead, sorry.
So If I remember right, the answer is shrug.
Yeah.
You now can
We
do
have, like-
scans and verify yes, no, is this system viable? And then if you do more scans about that system, you can say, is this planet yes, no? Is this planet yes, no?
Can
Whereas
you-
before you had nothing.
Can you show us on the map the scale at which we're talking about?
Ba, 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 ba. Whoop. So any subsector you can ping in and go, hey, is this subsector viable? And then from there you can ask about, well, what is in that system? And then I can tell you what planets are there.
How close do we have to be?
At present, this is a difficulty. As long as you're within close as you, medium's next to you, long's 2 away from you, extremists. So medium, long, extreme. So 3 zones away from you.
No diagonals.
You can do diagonals.
Right. Well, there's only one candidate close enough, so let's can it.
Reason plus science. Difficulty of X, where X is a value derived from certain rules adjudications by the GM.
Atron, you gotta grab Fushi.
Or
Everybody else
Sorry.
has a character present.
I'm looking at a white void. I believe I have ascended into heaven.
But you can still get
Hold
the
on,
sheet.
I'm refreshing the page. Yeah. Sorry, I was also eating. Okay, what is Fushi rolling?
And you weren't sharing?
That's not a lot.
What the hell?
I'm pretty sure
You're-
sleep would be soggy by the time it made it to you, Corby, but okay.
That's true.
What am I rolling?
Beyond close. So 1, 2, 3. Diff 3 assisted by sensors plus science.
Diff 3 recent science. I can do that. Sensor operations for a focus.
Yep.
Okay. Take a threat.
Certainly.
Ship trait, veteran sensor operators.
Yes. Plus ship. Yeah, pinged why? Oh, that's why. That's why. Hey, so that's 4, 5. 5 on 2 generates 3. But that is a viable system.
Okay. Well, that's good enough reason to speed up a bit. Let's get there ASAP.
Going to
Yes, sir.
go to high warp.
High warp at max warp interval.
Yes, Captain.
As you're now, you already had some travel, so should arrive sometime in the middle of tomorrow, given the current calculations, more or less.
Okay. Are we allowed to use probes at this scale?
I believe there's a talent that gives you warp-capable probes. So I don't believe so now.
Okay.
Regular probes go at sublight speeds; they go too slow. But there is like a talent that gives you like really good. Oh no! They changed that. It just costs now. I remember something like that, where you spend extra momentum to make a better probe or something like that. Because you guys did this this season, in fact, if I'm not mistaken. I just have to look it up again. I don't know if it's 1 or 2. That's what I'm trying to remember. Oh, you silly book. You know what I'm looking for. There we go. Oh, that's what I'm thinking. I'm thinking probe array, but it's not what I think. When you launch a probe, the probe may be launched up to 5 zones away. In addition, probes are no longer destroyed if they take any damage. Instead, each probe has 3 shield points, can be destroyed signal breach. So, these could be warp capable anyway. It's just they're just fragile as hell. Select a single zone anywhere within long range within that scale. So, you could fire a probe ahead of you because it's a smaller. You're basically firing it at high warp velocities and then like letting it coast and then letting it drop out of warp naturally. So it can only go so far on its own, but once it gets wherever it's going, it's stuck there. It can't warp on its own. It's not big enough to maintain a warp bubble, but you can create a sort of temporary warp bubble around it and fling it out at something. Which means that is just it's like a minor action for a sensor operator, which is not a huge deal. So yeah, you're able to fire a probe into the system ahead of you. It does not immediately explode, so on the plus side, that means either it's not immediately dangerous, or anyone who would shoot at it hasn't shot at it.
Okay.
Oh.
Can we use it to do probe things?
You certainly can. What kind of probe things you trying to do?
Scan.
What you scanning for? This is a general sweep, or are you looking for something specific?
Put it in orbit of the known world and scan for Beta Z life signs.
That is reason plus
Right away,
science.
Captain.
Difficulty 1, assisted by sensors plus science.
Okay. Just need tabs open. Reason science, difficulty 1. All right.
Oh, that's the
A
ship.
focus. I don't think I have a focus for probes, unless you'll take sensor operations.
It is a sensor operation task.
Okay.
Try to veteran sensor operators.
Yep, diff 0.
Hey.
Generate 3. Indeed, there is a Betazoid life sign on that planet. I love that. It's a 50-50 shot for you guys to just rando guess which of these two systems is she in. And it's like, we go to the far one over there. Uh-oh, you're going the wrong way.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's why I had to start going slow, because I didn't want to go to the wrong place too fast.
Yeah.
I'll say Fusheng, then scan for any Starfleet transmissions and broadcast on a secure channel that we're on our way in our ETA.
About 12 hours.
Fushi nods and says, "Right away, Captain."
And we cut back. So this time, someone's gonna get a nice call from home. I need to go with our player, otherwise we can't see what she's doing.
Yeah, we're the primary message Atrium receives is that we're trying to get in touch with her about her car's extended warranty.
About her shuttlecraft's extended warranty.
So the area you found, Atrium, before the call gets in, is this sort of, you found this sort of ritualistic place with grand figure statues carved in, a almost tombstone looking tablet with various hard stones laid out across a bridge over a large pool of water. The only real way, there is some walled off areas here that kind of give a lot of shelter from the wind. And during your break, you're able to kind of wander around a little bit because there is something, there's like this huge rise of rock outcroppings over this way. So you can't really come in this way. You can't come that way. If you're coming in, really you have to be coming in this way. You have to be coming from this zone to this zone.
Unless you can teleport, which this thing can.
Yeah, but you know it can't see you very well.
And I don't know if it can teleport through solid matter or if you can only move through gaseous matter in such a manner.
So the question becomes if you want to stay in this upper area here or you want to go down a level to where the water is and then hang out in these much lower areas.
When's the last time I've had a drink of water?
You had some water earlier. Like barely, not a lot. Actually, no, you didn't go water hunting. You're probably feeling pretty thirsty. You need water today.
Yeah, I'm getting down there. And
how are you getting down?
With my tricorder.
How are you getting down there? Do you want to climb down, jump down, Assassin's Creed style?
What's the gap? We talking 10 feet, 20 feet, 30? 5 meters, 10 meters. Like, how far are we talking?
About 30 feet or so. 30? No.
Okay.
Sorry. No, that's the right scale. I got it right. It's like 30 feet. It's like a 30-foot drop.
Yeah, it's like 9 meters. Well, if I hang off of the ledge, that drops down to 7 before I let go, assuming or maybe 7.5. Because, yeah, I can probably survive it. No. Okay. Yeah, I guess I'm just gonna have to climb down. I do have the trait of free climb, or the hobby of free climbing, but Atrium is not in the mood to be doing such a... Normally, she does this sport to get her adrenaline pumping because she lives an otherwise, the peaceful life of anyone in the Federation that's often without struggle. But now she's had her fair share of struggle and toil and death-defying experiences, and she does not want to do this. The fun is gone, but she will free climb down.
Yeah, you're doing it purely practicum.
Yeah.
I'm not doing this for fun. It's like, this only sucks less because I know how to do this safely.
Yeah.
It's like, oh, you're climbing with no gear. Yeah, it's called free climbing. Normally this is fun for me, but no, this isn't fun anymore. Something's trying to kill me and I'm cold.
I'm cold and I'm tired and I'm thirsty and my fucking feet hurt. My neck hurts. Everything hurts.
This liar's so nice. He's helping you learn how to fend for yourself.
Oh my god. This is what like paleo humans felt when they fumbled the mammoth hunt and they had to walk back home to the tribe with like a broken arm and 4 dead guys to be like, well, there's no food tonight, guys.
Yeah.
I didn't know Atrum's hobby was free climbing, but given what I know about free climbers, I'm feeling now that like I should reimagine Atrum with like 80% of her muscle mass in her fingers. Those people are crazy.
Yeah,
What they can
you-
hang
you
from.
want-
You'll give them like the smallest millimeter of a surface, and they'll just like pull themselves one finger up on it.
They've injected themselves with like mountain goat DNA and have so long as it's an 89% slope instead of a 90-degree slope, they will find a way to climb it somehow. Even a 90-degree slope, they'll figure it out.
Yeah, I watched that documentary of that dude free soloing El Capitan, and that was crazy.
Ugh.
Aren't there some points where he's basically upside down?
It's been
Yes.
a while, so I don't remember, but yeah, it's just like the craziest thing. Because he has to he just decides to do it. He basically like when he wakes up and he feels like it's time to go, he just goes and does it, and he has to do it all in one day because he can't like sleep on the side of the mountain because he doesn't have the equipment.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know. I'm too scared of death to do that hobby or caving. Freaks me
I
out.
could tolerate
Yeah.
that so much more than caving. Caving is nightmare fuel.
Mm-hmm.
True.
Okay, fitness con. What do you mean need 3 momentum? I have to spend 3 momentum to be able to do this?
You need, by the end of the roll, you need to have 3 momentum left to complete the obstacle. If you don't difficulty 2, you don't have to spend the 3 momentum because you screwed up the roll. But succeed at cost, you can just let yourself fall.
Alright, 1 momentum, 2 threat.
All momentum.
Take 2 more threat.
2 threat.
And I would like to succeed at cost here.
Take 2 more threat. Oh, no, you fell. Cool.
Ugh.
So you start climbing down, and you're just so tired. And then you notice in your fatigue, you found your breath got short, and you nodded off, and you clung into the wall, baffing into it. And then you're like, "That's bad. I don't know where I am on the wall." You move away from the wall. You can feel you have 3 points of contact, and your hand is loosening at the same time as your left foot. So your choice was either to pull yourself up and go, "Screw it, I'm gonna bail on the climb and get back up," or I'm gonna jump off into the water. I'm lower down. It might hurt less.
I'm just gonna fall into the water. It's gonna hurt, but I'm thirsty. And I don't think I'm gonna survive another fight if I don't have a drink of water.
On the plus side, you get a drink of water. On the downside, the water's
Okay.
ice cold. So
I had a gut feeling.
so you take 3 non-lethal stress.
Yep. She's going to, stoggily pull herself up over onto this. And then she's going to grab her tricorder and think about scanning this for toxins for a moment. But she knows she's going to need a round of vaccines, medicine, no matter what happens. And it's probably just better for her sanity if she doesn't learn. And, it's probably, if it's going to kill her, it's going to kill her. And if not, it's not. So she's just going to drink it up.
Okay, I'll give you some fitness plus medicine difficulty 2 to see if you have an upset tummy.
Oh my god. Fitness, medicine, a focus and composure.
Nah, that's not going to help you. If the water's killing you, I don't care
Okay.
how stiff upper lip you are. The Brits didn't survive Africa by being brave. Hell, a lot of them didn't, being honest.
Yeah.
Don't worry, I'm British. Okay, that doesn't... The malaria still
One
kills
fast
you.
Momentum. God, alright. I guess I'm taking more damage.
How much momentum did you give me? 3?
I said 1 threat, 2 momentum.
Oh, okay.
I mean,
Other way.
yeah.
Other way around. All right. Sorry. I just misheard you. I thought I did. I was like, that doesn't sound right, but I thought I heard. You now have trait upset stomach. Anything you do is at increased difficulty because immediately after drinking the water, you take an extra drink and then that's not good. Oh, you're immediately feeling queasy. Oh, something's in that water. Well, hey, it's not salt water. Probably. You pray. Probably not. It's.
I think I know what salt water tastes like.
Do you with that roll? No. On the plus side, your communication device beeps. Your flip phone.
Yeah, my combat, to the combat. She's going to flip it open and she's going to say, Bonaventure, that better be you.
Actually, it's the battle on Klingon cruiser Subkutuk. We're going to kill you now. No,
I'll take it. I'm not picky anymore.
As long as I'm not on this stupid planet anymore. Get me off. Sure, I'll join the Empire. I don't care. Killick, your staff is able to make contact with Atrum.
Oh, actually, I assumed we wouldn't be able to make. We were too far away for direct transmission.
The probe's helping. Otherwise, I would have been delayed. But you have semi-instant transmission. There's like a slight delay, the slight lag, but it's not huge.
Says USS Bonaventure to any crew member of Security Team Alpha.
We're under attack! Captain, we need reinforcements! Ah!
She's going to say, she's going to cough and say, this is Commander Niastrad Atrum. I am requesting immediate aid. I am in some kind of single combat with a supernatural force far beyond my abilities. And I have suffered multiple injuries and may have contracted some sort of bacteria-based disease from having to drink the local water supply.
Was that 2 responses that we got?
You got 2. One was cut off. Someone screamed and was attacked by something. The other Atrum doesn't seem to be. You can hear the like the audible shivering over the line, but she isn't under attack currently.
The captain will say, well, for your own sake, Commander, get a quick scan of that water source and transmit it back. I'll have Alethea working on as it's going to take us 12 hours, but I think I hear your security team in danger, so you'll probably need to get moving quick.
My security team? They're here? I didn't even know they were here.
As soon as we got transmission, we lost them. They're under attack. I'll do my best to transmit coordinates, and I'll try to have the probe move enough to get a triangulation on those comm badges that answered.
Atrum, you may attempt with this new information. And the ship can assist. Whoops, I forgot somebody. I forgot the box. There's the box. Insight plus security. Difficulty 3, and the ship can help with this with computers plus security. It is possible for these people. Atrum has knowledge that her location is actually pretty safe. It's a good sit point, like a good strategic point, a tactical point to be in. And they're probably still out there in the cold, in the wind and stuff, getting attacked. They need to get to you. So inside security, based on what the ship's telling you and what you know about where you are, you might be able to communicate to them, to the ship, and them to the people. You need to go this way. quickly.
Okay.
Because it is, Atrim can easily, without thinking about it, looks at the wall, looks outside, and thinks, yeah, there's no way you're getting out to them. They have to get to you.
Okay. I shall relay that. I shall.
keep open.
Yep, I'm gonna say, put me in contact with Deca. We have to get them to me. I'm in the bottom of a well and cannot easily leave, but this is a relatively secure place that they should attempt to reach.
Chip's helping so far. Deca might help, but he might not. Or they might not, sorry.
Yeah, what was that?
Hey, I corrected myself. I didn't need help. You're the one with the white collar. You should know better.
Yeah.
White collar means nothing more than I have a better salary than all of you.
Wait, you're getting paid?
Are you assisting?
Yeah, why are you getting paid?
Actually, we still have the main role of Atrim to deal with as well. Insight security, difficulty 3.
Sorry.
It's okay, I'll never forgive you.
Paychecks are only for captains and they-thems.
Surreal. This is
This is Pride
this is
Month.
the future liberals want. All right,
Mhm.
take a momentum.
Take a momentum, yeah, on the dot. The ship will definitely help. Deca could help, but they might not want to. Because, you know, fuck you.
Inside security, you say?
You can change it because you're assisting. It's inside something.
Okay.
Much I can tell you.
I'll go inside con.
Okay. Anything but con, though, because that's overpowered. No, go for it.
Psionics focus?
Don't think so, no.
Just trying to remember what the actual purpose of the task is.
Well, if you weren't stuck in your box all the time, you might see something. No, you're trying to help Atrim guide the security team to her so they can work together.
Oh, yes, okay. Hazardous environments focus.
Yes.
That's an Insight Con makes total sense for that.
There you go. Generate another one. Awesome. So, hey, Atrim, you have the benefit of a security team who's able to get to your location in a somewhat speedy manner. That's fortunate because you can detect the creature is coming up on your position. You can hear it creeping around up there, sniffing at the air.
Okay. Okay.
Sensors, you can actually tell. You actually see what the more or less what's happening on the ground from a top-down view as we see it. You can tell security team's here, the creature's there, and Atrim is down in the well.
Good to know.
On a quick thought, even though it doesn't have a payload, it doesn't really need one to harm a single relatively small creature. Can we kamikaze the probe?
Kinetically weaponize the probe? I mean...
Yes. We're gonna rod from God the thing.
I like this plan.
Oh god.
This is a good plan.
Oh no. Oh no. All right. Let me do some thinking for a second. Cool.
I mean, I think like a torpedo without high yield.
I think,
I think yeah. I'm just looking up torpedo rules now. 'Cause this is kind of what you're doing.
It's on its own. That's fine.
Well, I mean, So
Yeah, it has no warhead, so we have to get a direct hit, which hopefully means we don't blow other people up because there's no warhead.
Hopefully.
I'll get to that. Let's just find torpedo rules. Really.
We'll get.
Oh wait, no. I have to worry about salvo and all that stuff because there's only one probe.
No.
So this is
Also, it's not like actually going to use torpedo rules because I'm sure if the book cared about torpedoes against people, it would just say they die. Like, it's.
So I'm gonna call this. Well, I mean, this stuff counts for that. Control security difficulty 5, assisted by ship's weapon security because you're weaponizing it essentially. I'm gonna turn on the combat music now. I think that's appropriate. The reason is, in my mind, and this isn't necessarily enforced by the book necessarily. So I'll admit this is a Corbinianism. There's personal scale combat and there's starship scale combat. You are kinetically bombarding a world. So I would, on a space sail combat, this whole board counts as a zone because it's gonna be, if you're not careful, if you just fire it and you didn't, if it was just him by himself and no one was on this board, like Atrum and the security guys were like way off, then yeah, it's just 3 because you just have to hit a certain part of the planet and it will obliterate trees, rocks, and a bunch of other stuff because it's kinetic lance into the ground because this thing can go at sublight speeds and not only fall at natural gravity but speed up. So that can have some rather dire consequences. But the increased difficulty assumes you're landing this thing in such a way it only hurts him. Like you're having it land way over here somewhere, and then the shockwave will go take this, and he's going to be hit by the hand of God and slapped off the planet for a second because it's going to hit. It'll scare the heck out of Atrum and security guys, but they'll be fine. And
maybe not going at sublight speeds, firing thrusters to slow down.
Yeah.
Damage.
So you can succeed at costs. It's just that if you do, Atrum and the security team are going to suffer. Let's just put it that way.
I mean, probably not for very long. I think Atrum and the security team would be in the afterlife or lack therein pretty quickly.
But yeah, you can direct the probe to lance itself into the planet. I'm gonna take a threat for this, by the way, because I think you've escalated the situation. Rightfully so. Don't get me wrong, but this isn't just a type 5 phaser sweep of a bit of soldiers. It's lancing a planet for one creature. Amazing. Right. I love this idea. This is amazing.
Focus in strategy and tactics.
Yes.
Okay. Christopher Pike to double.
Say again, sorry?
Christopher. Oh no, it's Starcross. Starcross to double crit range.
Okay, yeah. I was like, huh? Liar will smile with approval at this plan. It's like, that's one way to shoot an arrow. It's like, hey, that's what I do.
Yeah.
They don't give him bows and arrows on planets anymore. It's like, no, just punch them in the face now. Don't shoot arrows anymore.
Actually, I order Kelly to do this, hoping that because the doc hasn't rolled, right? We still have you?
I have not.
Okay, because I can really soup you up, really give you all the stuff, but I kind of have to be. So actually, before I do that, I'm gonna spend 2. Oh no, I need a task to create a trait. I can't just.
Oh, and I'll tell you for free, difficulty, it can be reduced by 1. Because the security team's there, they can be forward observers.
Okay.
Yeah, they sure can.
This is some traveler nonsense.
Uh-huh.
So I'm gonna spend. I do not need. I have crisis management. I don't need momentum to direct.
Hooray.
And I am gonna direct and use Christopher Pike to count that as a 1.
Cool.
And I'm gonna call out target, which means if you succeed, you get 2 bonus momentum.
Alright, it's up to...
And
Oh, there's more. Feel like it's a villain
you
action.
already have determination. So let's use Kelly's determination first.
Sounds good.
So what? You have to make a difficulty 2 roll, but you only have 1 dice.
To what value, though?
No. Oh,
My job
no.
to keep you safe.
You only need to get 2 successes because I've already given you 2.
Oh, then yeah, we just termination spend.
Yeah, and that's it.
Yeah,
It's just momentum.
then we're comp checking. Yeah.
Okay.
How's that value? My job is to keep you safe.
Yep. Which makes sense. It's like, we're dropping a kinetic lance. It's like, okay, I really can't screw this up, or I'm about to obliterate like 6 of my fellow crew.
Yeah.
I might suggest asking for the trait Starfleet Maverick Officer, because Kelly got her promotion by volunteering with Atrum to go board an enemy ship that was about to blow up.
Would you take that, Jam?
I'll take it.
All right. I'm not going to push for ship engagement tactics as a focus. That's not what this is.
No. Planetary artillery might be more applicable.
Yeah. Troll security.
Fear the Starfleet officer who specializes in artillery.
Yeah, because Starfleet doesn't have artillery.
Sure they do. It's called phases and torpedoes. Glass the planet.
True.
There's definitely. I mean, now those
Right,
aren't
Kelly?
ship-to-ship weapons. You can use them.
So that is the ship rolls. It could comp.
I mean, the ship has been rolling pretty great, but it would be in relation to saving Atrum that it would decide to. I called it. Take the threat. I'm not doing that.
Okay.
Atrum has suffered enough from being Atrum. No need to increase it.
Yeah, I'm like increasingly like this like sin eater of the entire crew. just everything that can go wrong goes wrong for me, so that everyone else can live a better life.
You see a flash of light, a new star appear in the sky, and you see it zip into away from you. Woof! Everything shakes. The whole world shakes for a second, and you just hear this huge rumbling noise of rock and dirt being flung. And you can hear the people above, "Get down, cover!" As your security team, actually, some of them go, "You know what? Screw it. Dive! We're safer down here." The creature turns to look at the huge explosion, growls, and cut back to the Bonaventure. As we find our good Commander Atrum in a medical bay bed. The shockwave was quite devastating, and some of the rocks did fall into the well, but they were fine. Not a lot got in there. Most of them fell into the water. But however, everyone of the security team is exhausted, low nutrition. They suffered some exposure, and now they're also seem to be all sick from whatever it was they drank in the water.
Okay. So I've got some.
Explaining to do. No.
Yeah, that too. Some medical rolls, looks like.
And 1, 2, 3, 4. Up. I'm gonna reveal something. You basically have effectively one round to treat somebody. Otherwise, they're going to suffer long-term, if not fatal, consequences of their illness and injuries. So you have to pick. You could, in theory, save. For sure, the first person you go after, you can save from long-term consequences. The second person, you could swift task and try to save them just at increased difficulty, because you're just rushing from one. Like, you're exhausted from this huge medical thing you did for the first person. Now you have to do even more for the next person. The third person, they're just gonna have to suffer. There's just not enough people to help them in time.
Okay.
You have to prioritize.
Yeah.
Hmm?
Can the nurse act?
The nurse can act, but if they treat on their own, they're at increased difficulty because they don't have the full. They're basically just working on their own. They don't have the benefit of the rest of the clinic.
Yeah, I think that's what you have to take.
What if I give the nurse benefits of the clinic and the doctor goes solo?
You could do that. Yep, that's a valid thing to do.
Yeah, I think I'll do that.
All right,
Okay.
who are you focusing on, Doctor?
I'll treat Atrum first. Privileges of command.
I'll throw 2 threat for a complication I'm going to create here of medical ethics problem. But you get the roll here.
Uh-huh.
Insight medicine difficulty 2 as you begin to get ready and you start sterilizing and getting ready to head over there, look over a file. And you start considering your actions.
All right.
If you don't get it, don't worry about it. If you get it, then I'll explain what I'm worried about.
I mean, I think I know what you're worried about. Insight medicine. Insight focus.
This is more about your... Actually, you know what? Reason medicine, that's my bad. This is more about your knowledge of medicine and medical ethics.
Got it. Triage focus.
Yes, very much so.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Advanced Medbay could bring it down because it applies to all tasks related to medicine.
Because you could look it up on the computer. Yep.
Mm-hmm.
If the computer's helping you, then you would get to have the ship add computers plus medicine.
All right.
Because that's you literally going over to the desk going, hey, let me check something real quick. Before I get going, let me check what the Starfleet Medical says.
Yeah.
So diff 1, I believe? No?
Diff 1. Yeah, diff 1. Don't think Nobel laureate is going to help me here. So, triage focus. Yeah. There we go.
And so far,
Generate one.
number from the ship. Did it help or hurt? No, it did not. Atrim is not the one who's most hurt. The other two are. She, for all her, when you get a report of what happened to everybody, she suffered and got beat up a lot, but she minimized her damage. She got food. She found shelter. She's
All right.
hurt.
If we're not dealing with,
but she,
if we're not dealing with equal levels of medical necessity, then the doctor pivots to triage mode and goes to the people who are the most hurt first. You said there were two of them?
Yep.
Cool. Then head nurse is dealing with one, and I'm dealing with the other.
All right, you are dealing with.
Oh, I need to roll a d20 to see if my veteran triggered when I spent my termination. It did not.
It might be worth the nurse going first because
I agree.
the nurse has a bunch of benefits that may stack momentum.
Yeah. I just have player characterness.
Yeah.
Control medicine difficulty 5 is the base, brought down to 4 because you have an advanced med bay. If the nurse is going first, that would be diff 3 because you have a medical team around you who's helping you.
Tight-knit medical crew. Is the ship trait?
For this group, yes. Because it's literally a whole medical team working together in tandem sort of thing.
Okay.
Yeah.
Mixture of Starfleet and civilians.
Determination on nothing phases nurse.
Wait, really? Huh?
Yeah.
Yeah, no,
Yeah.
I'll take that. Yeah, I'll take that.
Yeah. She is a what do you call it? A supervisory support. Because she's a lieutenant, she's a nurse. We didn't have the med bay stat to really justify having a bunch of other characters.
Yeah, that's why we went all in on having a really good head nurse.
Yeah.
Yeah,
The
this
nurse is a man, but yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
Man, nurses can't have pronouns these days.
The pronoun is now nurse. No. Nurses out there, I apologize immediately, especially given what's going on in my whole province.
Oh,
Yeah.
you
Government
got a
speak.
strike?
Yeah.
All solidarity.
Okay. Focus in emergency medicine.
Yeah.
All right. Spending 1 threat for an extra die.
Okay.
That's 4 successes.
Generate 2 extra as this security person is stabilized.
One bonus from Intense for buying a D20 with threat, and one off the table that the nurse has organized to have a small focused movable set of lab equipment to run quick scans. We're not dealing with a wide range of things where we need to have a whole lab set up. We're dealing with a waterborne pathogen. So, like, just have a small little trolley with, 4 or 5 pieces of lab equipment that I know I'm going to need to get quick answers to, like, help with the difficulty.
Okay.
And then it's... do you want to do the swift task, or do you want the nurse to do the swift task? Because the nurse is probably looking at a diff 3.
Yeah, and I'm looking at a diff 6 without adjustments, I think.
All right.
So yeah, I think honestly, yeah, nurse and team should swift task.
Then the nurse will spend 2 to swift task. Actually, with that trait, it may still be a diff 2. Because
Because you brought the
swift
gear
task
along,
difficulty, being offset by, hey, the lab result just came back and it's this.
Mm-hmm.
So you quickly rush over to Atrum. But we'll get back to... now, do your roll. I have a thing I'm going to do for Atrum, but this roll we'll see if anything extra bad happens.
1 threat. Looks like 1 momentum gained.
Yep.
I'll take that one and 1 bonus momentum from Intense.
It's
To
not automatic. I have to make sure.
represent to maybe for the trait emerging technique that the nurse like starts shouting out to Alithia, because Alithia is like doing this all on her own, and the nurse has a little bit of lab equipment, a couple of assistants, and is shouting out like, Commander, we noticed, they have elevated hormone levels from the thyroid, and they have, weakening stomach muscles, and, just like trying to.
Yeah,
I'm getting further ahead than Alithia is because I have so much help that let me tell Alithia about the things she's about to run into.
Mm-hmm.
Sorry. Diff 3. Because it would have been Diff 5, but you're in an advanced med bay, so you have the best gear you could possibly have. Diff 3 because you're getting extra information about what's likely a shared problem.
It.
Because I'll note you're also treating for injuries as well, like claw and bite injuries.
Mm-hmm.
And the water just kind of added a whole new dimension to the problem.
Yeah. It's like, oh, you're also poisoned.
Yeah.
Great. Okay, so the triage focus, I believe, wouldn't probably apply to this roll, right?
No.
Okay. Trying to think what a good focus for this would be. Because surgery would cover, like, part of it, but not the other half of it. Emergency medicine?
Yeah, emergency medicine would work.
Cool.
Do you have that? I thought you didn't have it for some reason.
Yeah, I'm taking emergency medicine.
You're taking it now.
Yeah.
21st century
What I'm
emergency
doing is
medicine.
cheating. it's really helpful.
Yeah.
I just need put away the laser scalpel. I just need a regular one. What? Synthesizer. Make one a scalpel. Sterilized. Medical. 1 inch.
Hey, I mean, I do have the field medicine talent. It hasn't came up yet, but
Yeah.
We're on the USS Pitt.
Computer, replicate 1. Bayonet. Slightly sanitized in whiskey.
yeah. Okay, checking to see if I have anything else. that I-
Computer, grog, watered down. Now.
I was thinking, replicates the bayonet and the whiskey. everybody's like, "What? You're gonna sanitize that with whiskey?" Then takes the shot of the whiskey and then
You shot
tries to
whiskey,
make
yeah.
another one. You're like, "The first one was for me."
To steady my hands.
All right.
Somehow Starfleet
What's
Medical's kind of
our-
a problem. Sorry.
What's
say
our
again.
momentum? right now?
2 currently.
Cool. I will spend 2 momentum and a threat then. Roll 4 dice.
2 momentum and a threat.
Roll, not reason. There we go.
I really loved during the Sugita game he played out the trope of that doctor who only could do medicine when he was drunk.
Nice.
He was good at it. He didn't even drink good blood wine. He drank the medical stuff. It's like, why? It's cheaper.
Medicinal blood wine.
Yeah, the replicator makes grog, but it's like the grog from Monkey Island.
Oh.
Mm-hmm.
Which is a combination of kerosene, propylene glycol, artificial sweeteners, sulfuric acid, rum, acetone, battery acid, red dye number 2, scum, axle grease, and/or pepperoni.
Did you do that from
Fun.
memory?
Nerd.
That might be the most impressive thing I've ever seen.
I really like Monkey Island.
I couldn't tell. It was a very obscure reference that I never would have gotten. That's not what I was looking for, you son of... Yeah, that's what I was looking at, you silly book. Thanks, Index. Thank you. Appreciate it. Super helpful. Oh, fine. I'll do it the hard way, you silly... This is still better laid out than Dreams of Machines. Anyway, but no, yes, but no. Many hours go by as the nurse and the doctor race to save the lives that were... The rest of the team were hurt, but they were... Give them some bed rest, have some medicine, you're okay. Like, it sucks to be you right now, but you're not dying. We'll get to you tomorrow. These people will die if we do nothing. And even Atrium's like... Atrium had, despite not being as beat up as everyone else, seemed to be pretty critical, but not as critical as these two. Like, there was something... Like, her case was serious enough to put her in a med bed. And it's like, well, we don't know why that is, so we need to figure out why that is. But if she's not instantly dying, then guess what? She's not priority medically. Much as that's not fun to say about a fellow crew member, but you also supposedly know these other people. Maybe you don't. Maybe you're that unsociable. Who knows? But that is the wrong thing. You know what? I'll put it like this. So new scene. As the nurse and medical team are finally able to step away, the doctor's able to step away. Captain, traditionally a captain might check in on crew who are hurt, but do you do so in person? Do you do so over comms, or do you just not? Are you the kind of officers like, you know what? Unless it's dire news, I'm gonna go to my quarters. I'm not gonna get mired in the consequences.
That is they've been back on the ship day 2 thing, and a full night's rest, and the doctor is, giving me a first report. The captain's not even gonna message the doctor first. The captain's not gonna get involved until Alethea's, gives a full report.
Uh-huh.
Then I guess it puts it
Well,
to
in that case, are my patients stable?
Well, I'm about the information you're about to know is that the sort of thing, it's pretty dire what you're about to reveal. It's the sort of thing you'll do over the phone in a written up report, because sometimes you want a little professional distance from a situation, or is it a hey, Captain, I need to talk to you sort of thing?
Depends if I feel like I can leave medbay.
You can get away with people are stabilized now. There's still bad news, but they're not going to keel over in your absence. The nurse and team can handle it.
She'll go in person then.
Do you call it first and Like say you're on your way?
No.
Okay. I was gonna try to help with privacy, but I can't.
So you walk up on the bridge, Ilthea?
Yep.
The captain will swivel because swiveling exists.
It does, I know. Even the 60s had
say-
swivel.
Commander, are we all green in medbay?
That's what I came up to talk to you about. If I could talk to you in your ready room?
Sure. I think you need some more hours, Lieutenant decking of the bridge.
Here, I'll help you get into the
Side
seat.
eye at Lakith to make that possible. Oh, okay. That works.
Which is like, yeah, you stay at the helm.
Yep. Yep. Thank you.
Captain will go to the replicator and get some caffeinated rejuvenation
Yeah.
and say anything. Yeah.
Sure. 2 sugar.
Oh, sure. You could ruin it, yes. Here you go. The captain will say, save the jargon for your report. Give it to me in layman's terms.
Yes, second.
Take out your
The
notes.
captain has a medicine of 1. Captain doesn't mind his own blood. Captain minds other people's blood.
Uh-huh.
Actually, wait, it's the other way around. He doesn't mind other people's blood. Minds his. He doesn't like
I
the thought of
I
medical
see that.
mortality.
I see the test
What's on the
message.
inside should stay on the inside.
That's a wonderful thought. Unfortunately, not very practical, but you know. I'm waiting for information, I believe, before I.
Never seen
Can you
someone with
actually
their
tell me?
insides on their outsides that lived long enough to counteract that thought.
Uh-huh. Correct me if I'm wrong. Okay, cool.
Except for Deca. Deca doesn't really have insides and outsides.
Yeah.
Well, yeah. All right. So
I'm just an electromagnetic sentient electromagnetic field.
Doctor takes a moment, kind of takes a breath. Well, the security team is recovering. They'll need some more time before being put on active duty, but that's not unexpected given their injuries. What is unexpected is that Commander Atrim has not recovered. She should have. I treated her for exposure, some combat-related, and I believe a fall injuries, as well as the poisoning that the planet's water supply gave her, but she's fallen into a coma that I do not yet have a solid explanation for.
You should explore the possibility of some kind of field to interrupt external psionics.
I'll see if that does anything. I had considered the possibility that it could be a side effect of a telepathic attack. However, Betazoid brain systems are a bit more complicated than human ones in terms of their interoperability with. Well, you said to save the jargon, so I will. It might take some doing, but I'll see what I can do. Right now, though, I have a patient who's being unresponsive to traditional medical interventions. I'm going to have to move on to experimental procedures in order to have much of a hope of getting her to recover, assuming she doesn't naturally.
All right. What are standing orders?
Kurt, once you confirmed you were able to rescue your team, you're to reconvene with the Willistuk for further orders. Translation: Commodore doesn't have another thing to keep you busy that keeps you out of trouble, and she may need to talk with you in person about politics. The joys of command.
Mm-hmm.
All right.
Alternatively, her being clever about it, she might suggest if you feel it practical, and it does not interfere with your previous mission's goals, then you may perform a planetary and system survey. Cough, if you want to hang about there for a bit and not deal with this right now, you can stay there and do a mission there. Just depends how much you want to touch base with her or not. But if you want
No, I want to go. If I stay in orbit of those planets, based on Brent's description and the security team's description, I might just have to nuke it from orbit.
Oh yeah, declare what's the Starfleet General Order?
General Order 23.
Okay. That's different.
General Order 23, which is nuke
Kind of
it.
Exterminatus.
Yeah.
I don't think it rises to the level of that. But its cloaking ability means that I basically can't do anything on the planet without risking it getting it on board, and even rescuing Atrum might have already screwed us on that.
So you consider your orders... sorry.
Yeah, let's head back.
You consider your orders. Atrum, you wake up under the tree.
No. Realizing she's still here, she's gonna turn around and punch the tree.
Just let me take control, Commander, and I'll let you leave. Just let me take control and you can have a nice, beautiful dream on Beta Z with all your favorite lovers and friends. You don't have to worry about a thing. You just need to go to sleep. Or you can run, and I'll always chase you.
Given the two options, I think and she's going to turn around and run.
Ah! And he smiles and vanishes as he begins his eternal pursuit of the commander.
Uh-oh.
And that will be the end of the episode. For everyone watching out there, thank you very much for watching. For those of you playing, thank you very much for playing. And we'll see you again next time. Bye. Tee-hee-hee-hee-hee. Oh, the medical thing was important, though, because if you didn't medically save her, she just would have died on the operating table and it wouldn't have mattered.
Yeah.
Was unexpected kinetic
well,
lance. I will say that was not part of my game public. I don't care how hyperspatial he is. A kinetic lance is going to make him go, oh, I'm not winning this fight, am I? You can just drop things from orbit. That's no fair. I can't bite that.
that seems like cheating.
Yeah, no, the in Killick's mind, the words of Lavalier, rotate in his head that he's encountered people like us too many times not to see us as a threat. Because our pop guns can still go pop.
Yo, the thing that I guess next week I'm probably going to be doing a journey to the center of the mind with.
Yeah.
Something tells me that Atrum will be unreachable next week, even in the mind.
Wild. Wonder how that could happen.
Yeah.
Oh, that's right. Forgot about that.
Under anesthesia?
Still on.
Oh, that's Friday. If I'm still under anesthesia by Tuesday, something very deeply wrong has happened.
Well, at least Atrum will be. We don't know if you will be.
Atrum's not under anesthesia. She's seemingly just in a coma.
I did like the thought
Very
process
different.
of let's shield her from psychic energy. That is a great call, especially in one of my games, but like just a great call in general. Like we don't know what's causing it in the Star Trek universe. It's like this could be psychically induced. That is not an unreasonable thing to be worried about.
Yeah.
It's like, oh, let's put some shielding around her. Why? Just in case. It might not do anything. Might do everything.
Yeah.